Yeah. What's good, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Real Talk, where, as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. I'm your host for tonight, Pat Scorpio, doing representing. As always, I got my man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Yo, what it do? Jesus Shuttleworth, the guy, aka the Go Artist. A lot of Del Boss, LB. You know what it is? Monday night boxing. Let's get it. Recap previews. You know what it is? RingGameRadio.com in the building. Sample Kings Forever out now. Yeah, let's get it.
Yes, sir. Ring Gang in the house forever and always. And as always, I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hey, yo, what's good? You know who this is? Your boy King P, Bodega Box in the building. Ring Game Radio all day. Let's go. Monday Night Boxing. We here to talk about it.
Hey, man. Anyone been from the bodega from this past weekend?
Oh, my God. I'm all women that don't like R&B music. Y'all cannot come in the bodega for a week. Y'all I don't give a fuck. Like, be a woman. Like some R&B. Like, I'm not trying to hit you listen to some gangster rap and some trap, and that's all you want to listen to. Like, because that's how I know you, nigga. You definitely be the type to hold your nigga's a gun in your purse. Like, nah, I'm good.
That shit is crazy though. Because honestly, I think if a woman listens to too much nigga music, we all know what that means, it's just something like seriously wrong. Either that, or she grew up with older brothers and cousins. Like, there was a chick I remember from Malawi I was talking to. Feminine is everything like that, but look at she loved Wu. She loved all the old East Coast '90s hip hop. I'm just like, well, damn, but at least she loved R&B and Afro beats and shit like that. So that was cool. But it will kind of throw you off on some real shit.
But fuck that, like Afro beats ain't no nah. Trap music way better than goddamn Afro beats. Like a bitch that like Afro beats, that's a bigger red flag than goddamn not liking R&B. Like,
hold on.
Bitch like Afro beats, fuck you. Like,
hold on, what's wrong with Afro beats? I actually don't mind that.
Everything, nigga. What the fuck? That fake ass, generic ass, goddamn sounding music is so fucking garbage. A nigga like Wilder could just jump in and make some goddamn Afro beat music.
Well, he made a bad.
He made Afro beat music, but the shit was not good.
So. It wasn't
shit
good.
Was trash, but it sounded like all the other shit out there. That's how lower the bar is. Fuck out of here. If a bitch like Afro beats, like she getting the boot. Cause I know you a fake bitch. Like, you don't know what talent is. You don't even like music. You just like bullshit. Bro.
Nah, you
I'd rather a bitch be talking about busting her gun, holding goddamn dope in the Kotex, all that shit.
That's like a bitch saying she likes Tyler.
Beats,
that don't count.
Fuck out of here.
That don't count if you like Tyler and shit either.
Like, the fuck out of here, Afro beats. Bitch, you don't get the fuck out my car with that stupid shit.
Nah, bro. Like, you got
the damn fucking jungle music sounding watered down bullshit, no talent having ass. Let's bite American music, motherfuckers. Fuck that shit.
This motherfucker.
Shit is horrible. Like, that shit is up there. It's like the reggaeton for black people or some shit. Like,
no, reggaeton is horrible. Afrobeat is
that shit is hard. It's worse than Afrobeats, but Afrobeats be standing in the hallway of it though. Like, it's like right there, but it won't walk down the whole hallway. Like, it goes at the entrance.
Nah, that shit is blazing hot right now.
You gotta be like sinners. Like, hold on, like let me in. Like, they playing Afro beats. Like, no, fuck no.
Nah, bro, you stupid, bro.
I'm like, no, we can't let you in. You want Afro beats, nigga? Like, what you mean you want to get jiggy with it, nigga? No.
Yo, one day, we're definitely gonna have to do a segment on Afro beats, reggaeton, and shit that we.
Nigga, y'all could pick 5 Afro beat songs, and I could pick any 5 music genres I want, and them shits will sound better than Afro beats. That's how confident I am. Afro beats is trash. Like, I could literally pick any song from any genre, any year, and it'll be better than whatever shit you pick from Afro beats.
Man, you
now if y'all want that challenge, y'all could name a date, but yeah.
Florida niggas, man, you gotta love them, man.
Nigga, like, it's Afro, and this nigga from the birthplace of hip hop, and he talking about Afro beats. Like, the car should be driving y'all, motherfuckers. You need to be walking outside the car. The car just driving itself with Afro beats, man. That's like the horse is like, nah, you can't be riding.
I didn't say it was my favorite genre or anything, but I didn't hate it. I don't hate it. It's fine. I don't mind.
It's better than it's not better than trap music though. That's it, and it's not better than regular R&B. Like, it's
I
So
mean,
anybody asking for one over the either or is like, damn,
I never
you don't
asked
want no
for-
R&B, mom? Like, nah, I hate all that Miguel bullshit. Like, you want some trap music? Fuck a damn 21 Savage. Fuck it, I got this Afro beat. Yes, nigga, Afro beats. Like,
Yeah.
God damn, I ain't shit. Fucking crazy. Where you stop at again, bitch? Like, I'm gonna get you the fuck out my car.
Oh man, yeah, we'll definitely have to, because like I said, I'm pretty sure when we do a segment on fucking reggaeton, Afrobeats, and shit like that, this shit would be fucking hilarious, yo. But yo, I got my other man with me. I'm letting him introduce himself.
What's fly? It's Conscious Pilot, West Coast Avenger, #1 contender. Finally back on time. We got a full flight, a lot of flights this weekend, so let's get to it. Ring gang, let's go.
Yes, sir. Pilot stays elevated above the clouds, you dig? But yeah, yo, boxing was actually pretty good this weekend. There was a couple of big upsets. One we'll definitely get into, and we have a fight of the year candidate, which was unexpected on a Friday night, whatever. Although there was something I disagreed about how the fights were kind of handled on Friday, overall, boxing was actually, as I read before, boxing had a boxing feeling from what I read from somebody. You know what I'm saying? Especially particularly
it was a good, decent weekend of boxing though. Like you kind of got a little there's like a little mixed bag of everything.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Starting with the Friday ones. Well, first of all, I'll say this for DAZN. Like, you can't matching Golden Boy and a Matchroom card at that damn near the same time with only a half-hour difference. Don't fucking do that shit. That's
for the main event, when the main event sync up, like do some milking, like because both fights were important, but you had to focus more on one fight.
Both fights weren't important if y'all making niggas choose between what promoter they want to support on the same fucking app. Like, who does that?
Yeah, that's the only thing
we're gonna fuck with Matchroom or Golden Boy. It's like, I got Modelo's right here, so fuck it. It's a Golden Boy night. Like, really?
I wasn't happy with that one because it was like reminding me of whole HBO and Showtime running at the same time. Well, of course, that happened for years, for decades, for a couple of decades, and that shit was. And honestly, I know LB has his stories on that shit. I have my stories on that shit. It's just like especially back in the day when when they used to air some real classics and shit like that. I know this nigga LB had the VCR action going, and and I used to have to flip back and forth on the box. The shit used to be annoying as fuck. And I was hoping that this shit would continue into 2025. But DAZN needs to calm all that shit down. Like, one of them shits could have happened on a Sunday, and that shit would have been cool. You know what I mean? It was. But with the main events for those both cards, especially for Matchroom, it was good. Khalil Cole, got his get back. And one thing that I loved about his performance was the fact that he understood what the fuck a jab does. Because
that jab was nice as fuck. I'm just saying, pause. That was a great jab.
Yeah, like it seemed like after his loss, which basically was on a bout of Rabdo, which was the shit that kind of KO'd Virgil Ortiz for those couple of times. Dude got healthy and it seemed like he watched some Bazooka Ike tapes, because within 3 rounds that he led an authoritative jab. He busted Gallegos. Was it Gallegos?
Gallegos. The first round, I feel like after the first round, his nose was busted already. After the first round.
What about? I mean he looked better this time, so I'll give.
The jab was because we always talk about young fighters not using their jabs, not using a jab, period, anything like that.
Yeah, but that's how you get a lick back. But I feel that's how I mean, I know you say you get knocked out by somebody, you can get the win after, get the decision, but he stopped him. He actually got that's getting your lick back for real. Stopping the dude that stopped you, not just getting a decision after you beat him. I don't know. It's different.
And once he had this jab going and he busted up dude's face, then the right hand started coming, and then it was an ass whooping. Like a Mexican that actually quit in his corner in Mexico. Like that was like, I was like that was good shit. It's like because that's the potential that Khalil Cole had, and and obviously because we do need more American light heavyweights. So so that was a really good authoritative comeback win for him. Because at first I thought, God damn, this Cole was about to be shaky as shit. Because he almost gave me Michael Bennett vibes, and Michael Bennett still scars me to this day because I thought that nigga was gonna be something in the pro. That was probably my biggest whiff and a miss on that one.
But there's probably
that
no
guy.
reason to have a third fight between them, right? I felt like the dust is settled at this point.
I mean, unless it's like for a belt
A
and
title, unless it's like for a belt down the line. But yeah, there's no
Yeah,
need
no.
for it right away.
but yeah, no. I like seeing it because it was a good performance from a young fighter that's still learning. But like I said, you young fighters out there, use your fucking jabs. It will help you. It will help your career. It will help your offense. It will set up everything that you need to do. Use your goddamn jabs.
that was a
Consistently, like
consistently.
you can tell these niggas use their jab and they'll just throw it 3 more times out a whole 3-minute round. Like no, like that's why the points. That's why the punch average stopped. Like they dropped so much in boxing over the years because niggas ain't jabbing. So when you tell somebody, hey man, you need to be averaging 50 punches around, motherfuckers look at you like, God damn, we're not featherweights, we're not banned. Like, wait, what? Like 50 punches around is easy if you fucking jabbing, nigga. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Like half your punches gonna end up being jabs. So it's like, so if you punching 50 times, 25 to 30 of them shits need to be jabs anyway.
Facts.
So imagine a nigga who's only throwing 25 punches around.
Mm-hmm.
So like, come on, man, like fucking jab, nigga.
Yeah, it's like, it was just wonderful to see that. I just hope that Cole can stay healthy, because Rabdo was serious business. Like, I mean, obviously, what Virgil Ortiz went through. Like I said, I mean, the fact that he actually fought with Rabdo was kind of crazy because so it probably gave us a glimpse if Ortiz got in the ring with what's his name or whatever, he probably would have gotten beaten up. He would have got beaten up like Cole did in the first fight. So yeah, So yeah, that was a really great performance to see. Salute to Cole in that one. And then on the Golden Boy side, we had Beck the Bully and Darius Fulgham. And like I said, and again, this is one of those fights where it's like you have two young or youngish prospects. Like you got, you try to throw them in the, see if they can swim. Throw them in the water, see if they can swim.
Finally, because they don't be doing that. They don't matchmake like that no more. It seems like.
Yeah, but I say to Golden Boy, for all of Golden Boy's faults, for one thing that they do is their matchmaking is typically on point. Because like I said, even if it's like a nonsense type of card or there's not like big names, like you can watch their card and it flows. Like
I think they just understand boxing better than anybody else when it comes to just making shows, because they could make a show from any level, of fighter and make it entertaining and just engaging, and you'll just watch it like you said and enjoy it.
Yeah, like the only other company that comes close to that is probably Jake Paul's when he does his MVP series, but that's on a lower level. It's because he's still growing it, but that's the only other that's somewhat on that level. But yeah, the Golden Boys, yeah, in that part, and Beck the Bully and Fulgham was a really good fight, and on paper, and yeah, them motherfuckers went to war. Like they like Beck, At first, I thought Beck was probably gonna KO dude in the first couple of rounds because he was letting he was hitting dude with some crazy body shots and everything like that, and that left hand wasn't missing its mark, and
both these guys didn't jab. Speaking of jabs, I mean, it was a great fight, one of the better fights this year. But I feel like both these guys didn't jab enough in the fight.
They didn't jab enough. I mean, with Beck the Bully, it's his style. He doesn't like do.
He don't throw combos. Beck the Bully, he might throw some body shots, but he don't throw combos. It's annoying. Like
no, and that's the whole reason why Rosado was able to knock him out. So it's like,
it's easy to box a nigga when only one punch is coming.
Yeah,
two if you're lucky.
But I will say, yeah, I thought Fulgham was in terms of pedigree, right? Because Fulgham's a late starter, but was like a nurse. I thought he was gonna get wrecked, and yeah, he got dropped in the end, but he showed it. He held his own. I give him props in a loss.
Yeah, he had some good counters.
Yeah, like the right hand counts. Like he bloody Beck's nose, and like he landed some heat on him. Like Beck was looking a little shaky at first because.
But pedigree didn't matter, right? I mean, if y'all want pedigree didn't matter because you could tell Beck was a little bit more seasoned.
Yeah, but then there were a couple of slips though. That I was like, they can't all be slips because the motherfucker was getting hurt by some of the punches he was taking, But like I said though, it was kind of tit for tat because that fight was really close.
Really close. Really,
Yeah,
really
to the
close.
12th round where Beck finally scores a knockout. He hits him with a body shot and a left
Then
upstairs.
he went back up. Yep.
Yeah. And that basically got Beck the victory because it was it 114, 112 across the board, you know. And
That's still the deal. That's still the deal.
yeah, but like I said, to see young fighters get into a great fight like that, like more promoters need to start matching up the young fighters. We need to have more of these fights because, like I said,
more young fighters gotta be wanting the smoke from their fellow young fighters. That's really what it comes down to.
That is also
a lot
true.
of these niggas, they just in their own bubble thinking they're the best young nigga right here, and it's like, wait, hold on, like there's a young nigga across the street, there's a young nigga over there, like y'all need to fight each other.
Yeah, and like I said, Fulgham have been getting plenty of like getting good spots on the Golden Boy cards, and he was being brought up. He had a good record. He had been good performances. So basically, it's just to see what does he have. Like in this fight, there were no losers. Like Beck, I think, really kind of shook the monkey on his back with the Rosado KO because, like I said, everyone was like, because he was looking too tentative at times or whatever.
Yeah, he was afraid to let them hands go after he lost. Like,
yeah.
Even this
he kind of seemed like he got back.
Even this fight, he was a little more selective. But I mean, again, I expected Beck to win, but
I think that's an improvement, though.
Yeah, it's an improvement. Yeah, and Fulgham, again, Fulgham, I know he was a nurse and he started late and all that, but he showed he belonged. I want to see him. It's, even a loss, you want to see him back, so he kind of won in a sense. I don't,
Yeah, no, yeah, I mean,
he still needs more improvement, like combinations and maybe defense sometimes.
Because he was.
He seemed like he's back there. He's back now more than he was before in any other fight.
But like in terms of like how long long he is, his inside game was good, but his outside game was lacking. I felt like.
Because he doesn't jab. That's the problem. He looked for counters. He wasn't jabbing.
He was on the inside. He was kind of getting some shots in, but out
And he had the longer reach too. He had like a 5-inch reach advantage. So that's like the big.
And you couldn't even tell the way he fought.
Yeah, exactly. Like
wait, what?
Yeah.
Niggas should be looking like Carlos Monzon, motherfucker out there looking like goddamn T-Rex.
Yeah. And that's the crazy part. Like, dude had all the physical advantages to kind of make it easier on himself, but he didn't. Because I might get it. You want to go in, you want to, prove that you're right or whatever. But yeah, if you're not gonna use your reach, then you gotta get some defense in, so you're not taking all types of bullshit.
Yeah.
And especially this way, it was a 12-rounder on top of that. So luckily it was a hard fight, but it wasn't a type of fight where I'm thinking to myself, oh damn, like someone got ruined or something like that. It was just a hard, clean fight, and like I said, there were no losers in this one. And like in Beck, since this was a WBA eliminator, of course he's yet another mandatory for one Canelo Alvarez. So we'll see how that's gonna go. See when he's actually gonna get a fucking shot. Probably on the 31st of February, of course.
See, but I thought it would be, I'm not going to segue into it, but I thought since he's WBA, it was going to be for Plant, not Plant anymore, but for Plant's fake belt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was mandatory for that, but you know how it goes.
Yeah, it might be for the other, it might be for Resendez's belt though. But Friday was a good night. Like I said, both shows kind of represented. Ahmed Daliev, of course, beat up on another jobber or whatever. Although the jobber did bring the fight to him, and Luis Arias, I think, lost again. But it was a pretty just fight. Like there were decent fights on Friday. It was entertaining if you were flipping back and forth streams or DAZN or whatever your poison was, But DAZN, don't if you don't need two promoters on your platform airing at the same fucking time.
It's bad business.
There's Thursdays, there's Sundays. Like you don't need to do that shit. But Friday night was entertaining. Saturday night was more entertaining than I thought it would actually be. Started off with it was Lucero and was it Valenzuela in the opener for the 2 rounds that it lasted. They threw some heat at each other, and I think that was the only fight that I stayed away from the betting lines because, because with these Mexicans, some of them like one's like 14-0, the other one's 22-0. They have like 90-something% KO ratios.
But you could tell off the bat because it was 2 undefeated Mexicans at 154. You could tell off the bat the one was better, as the fight started.
Yeah, honestly, I would have picked Valenzuela because he had more KOs than dude had actual fights. I would have picked him just off rip because this shit's too close to call. I'm glad I stayed away from that one though. Yeah, Lucero, people calling that an early stoppage. I'm like, that's not really early. It wasn't an early stoppage to me. I appreciate the slugfest though, but yeah, that wasn't an early stoppage at all. Like I was, so I was like, okay, at least like I said, 154 doesn't fail. Was good, Android. Hopefully June is greater than May. I mean, right now we have momentum, from this past weekend. So, like I said, we'll see how that goes. And then we had Yoeli Hernandez and Kyron Davis. For some reason, PBC be putting on the good middleweight fights. I don't know what it is. Like it seemed like they're getting the good middleweight fights, and they're making them. And it just even told me a matter of time that they might actually build a middleweight stable that that might add on to another middleweight champion other than Adames though. But Hernandez, I for some reason I always thought Hernandez was just like a power puncher or whatever. Like I mean he was a good power puncher, but he showed a little bit more wrinkles than I thought though. And dude, I think dude had something of a mini viral moment when he landed some killer instant combo on the rope on Kyron Davis, and then afterwards he started stalking dude like Wilder did with Stavern or whatever, and motherfuckers seem to like that. But Hernandez though is. Oh, go ahead, Pilot.
They call him Yo-Yo. He's kind of a hot Cuban prospect, right? But there were questions. There's some questions about him, but I think he answered them. That's all I was gonna say. I think he answered those questions.
Yeah. I mean, at least he answered the first round of questions because, because obviously, Cuban fighters, we obviously, we can't go all in on them. You got to wait till they start showing some intangibles. Like not everyone is a Joel Casamayor or anything like that. You got to let them see if they're a Casamayor or they're a Barthélemy. And Hernandez, though, it seems like he might be, he might be on some Casamayor set. We'll see how that goes, though. But yeah, he laid a beating on Kyron Davis. Like,
damn.
Yeah, that is. I mean, it lasted the distance because it was the first fight of his to go the distance, though. And truthfully, Kyron Davis could have been pulled out. And I'm still impressed by Kyron Davis because he had guts, though. I mean, he was still fighting, whatever. But his trainer should have stayed him for another. He works with Brett, doesn't he?
Yeah, Brett had a rough night. Yeah. Breadman had a rough night. That's for sure.
Yeah, I was like,
I forgot all about this fight. I didn't even see this fight.
No, no. Kyron Davis. He got dropped. He got dropped in the first 3 rounds. But obviously he only got stopped by Benavidez on his feet, so he's tough as fuck. But
yeah, he's tough.
He's too tough because he was taking. He had to go to the hospital, I'm sure, for that because that was.
But I felt like I didn't like, even though he beat Elijah Garcia, I felt like it was one of those I'm gonna just do enough type of performances, and I hate when people get that mentality. Like I'm gonna do, instead of really like beating his ass and putting the foot down like he could have. He did just enough to win. He won clean,
and that was like Elijah Garcia off like missing weight by 8 pounds too.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like I feel like when you get that mentality going, it's like you don't even know when to turn it on or off. That's why I never like when people get the mentality because you need to have 100% killer mentality for shit.
Yeah, the thing with him though is like, I mean, I'm surprised Brett. Brett, you can only because he's not an offensive person. Like he only has 6 KOs. I mean, he hasn't stopped anybody since 2020. So it's been.
But Brett, if you listen to Brett, man, talk, Brett is the most offensive-minded nigga in the world in his book. Brett, so
a great boxing mind. His training lines, but I will say he's kind of funny. I swear
he's getting like that. Definitely.
I swear I heard in even the Plant fight, but I swear he said hit him low. I swear he said that to Kyron too. Like basically hit him below the belt. Like during desperation time. I felt like he said that to both of his fighters, but whatever.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he did though, but because like I said, Hernandez is also big for a fucking middleweight. So if PBC knows what's good, they would kind of fast track him. Like And I know I keep on hearing these rumors about Hernandez and Adames not fighting because of the Cuban thing. Like they gotta stop that bullshit. Like,
Isn't Adonis Dominican? Or am I tripping?
is he Dominican? There was
He's
something. I
Dominican.
thought
Adonis Adames is Dominican.
He's
Oh, it's
Dominican. He's
Dominican.
Dominican. Yeah.
Well,
But no, but I heard they're not gonna fight because maybe in the same gym or some shit. I don't know. But there's a title when you're at 160, so somebody got to fight.
somebody's got to fight, and because I think Hernandez he has the frame that he'll probably outgrow middleweight sooner than later. So it's like, yeah, you got to steer him towards some middleweight title, because in like his next couple of fights.
Pause, major pause, but dude's neck is crazy, just like the way it bulges out. Pause. He got his neck is kind of sticks out. That's all. Let's put it that way.
I ain't gonna hold you. That is wild.
Hey, damn.
Yeah. I mean, I get it because but yeah, no, that's like late night talk, but I get it. But yeah, like I said, dude's frame. Dude could probably go up to like light heavyweight, like at some point though. But that's why I was like, yeah, they need to probably steer him toward the middleweight title like soon, before he outgrows that division.
I mean, he's not that much longer for the division. Like, he already looks like he gonna be like really draining himself to make the weight. So, how old is he, by the way?
I mean, he's Cuban, bro.
I googled it. It said 27, so he's probably 30.
Nigga, he's 32.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta roll the dice.
Okay, so he's 32. Good to know.
Yeah, he has one of them Yahtzee ages, bro. You just have to guess, man. So I mean, and let's see, Marquise Breadman had that Little Mac advice. Shout out to a Little Mac reference.
They're saying Teofimo Haney's official now, official by Lance Pugmire in Saudi. Sorry.
Breadman did not have a good week at the office. So
no, he did not though.
But these niggas dressing like a motherfucking Sons of Anarchy with those damn vests was kind of corny too. Like the fuck, if you're gonna be dressed like that, you gotta punch like a real like crystal meth head, nigga. Like you gotta be throwing them blows, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I kind of getting to agree with the pilot. Like Brad seemed like a great boxing mind, or just a good boxing mind. I won't say great.
Well, when he speaks about boxing,
no, he's good. Like he's definitely, great is great, nigga. Like, I had to slow down, like, because I feel like if he was a great boxing mind, it would kind of show in his training and more, with his fighters. Because it's hard to be a great boxing mind when there's like one punch that your fighters always seem to get hit with. Like,
right?
These niggas cannot avoid an uppercut that saved their fucking life.
Facts.
And then niggas clinch, and then a lot of times these niggas don't do enough offensively, and it kind of, it does make you look bad if you're the trainer and you're so outspoken and vocal about everything so much. So, no one's trashing this nigga or getting on him or nothing, but it's like, we have to talk about this. We have to look at it, bro, because it should be looking Aki.
Yeah,
what do you think Breadman needs to do better as a trainer? Like, what's the thing that's kind of holding him back as a trainer? Because a lot of people talk about like his mind, like they think he has a good mind for boxing. But.
I mean, I know he got a couple young guys, but I'd say his stable isn't really bad. I mean, he had Plan and J-Rock, but his stable isn't. I don't know. You don't have the fighters, I guess. I don't know. I'm not trying to say.
Seems like he's just only good for one moment or something.
Yeah, honestly, he needs to stop taking on head cases. That's his problem. Like
that's one thing. He's right, because low key, all these niggas seem to be some type of head case. Even Plant, like he has this identity crisis going on with him, where it comes across on Twitter in real life like he on some G shit, like he's cool, man's man, like I'm from the trailer hood or wherever the fuck, like stands up dude, like he stand 10 toes down for his. But somehow that doesn't translate in the ring. Like the way he carries himself, you would think he boxes like Golovkin, but he boxes more like Corey Spinks, and that's a problem. Because
I shouldn't even be laughing at that because Corey Spinks.
He does find like Corey Spinks. That's hilarious.
No, Corey Spinks is a great boxer. Like, I mean, Corey Spinks.
Corey Spinks is a great boxer, but at the end of the day, he was great at using his own physical dimensions, and he played to his strengths.
Mm-hmm.
Caleb Plant is trying to box like Corey Spinks, and he doesn't play to his strengths while doing so. Mm-hmm. Corey Spinks had a consistent jab. Plant doesn't. Corey Spinks had great reflexes for defense. And he never was just caught with one particular punch over and over.
Right.
Like, you had to catch him with different punches.
Corey Spinks also had 12-round stamina.
Corey Spinks had 12-round stamina.
Yeah.
He had speed. He had quick hands. He had ring generalship. He had great movement. Mm-hmm. Caleb Plant is like maybe above average in all of these categories. And I felt like for his physical dimensions and his stature, he should be hitting a lot harder and more imposing offensively, and he isn't.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, true.
Like, there's like come on, a guy like Madrimov got better offense than him, and we seen how sporadic that is.
Yeah,
and this is at 154. Dude is a big ass 168, and most super middleweights, you could eventually see them going up to light heavyweight. You can't see that with Plant because he can't punch for shit.
Yeah, I remember James
and he doesn't throw enough either.
I remember James Toney, was saying you need to go to 175 to Caleb a year or two ago. It's like, I don't know, man, because you can't punch.
I mean, I
think if he could fucking punch.
The only thing
he tried to throw hands.
The only thing that I think would be better at 175 for Plant is his conditioning, but. Yeah, like you said, he can't punch, so that would pose a lot of problems.
And this thing, he doesn't try to fucking punch hard. Like, he plays a points system boxing game.
But I do think his conditioning will be a lot better at 175, which would be that's one of his biggest weaknesses. So
yeah,
God damn, like did that mean that he was meant for 175 years ago? Do we have like a white Zerto situation?
Honestly, probably. I mean,
I don't think he's that big, but
yeah, but I'm saying it might be more comfortable. But is it the point now where it might be too late for him at this point?
Yeah. That's what it feels like.
Because he's 32, 33. You know what I'm saying? He's made some good bread. And he just lost to a guy that he shouldn't have.
We'll definitely get more to that, but I definitely want to talk about Maul and Cornflake real quick. I
mean, well, damn, like we should have just finished on Plant. It's like we was giving it to Plant so much we had to be like, hold on, like let's take a break. We got Maul fight.
I will say real quick. I want to mention, like, I feel like the collective boxing fans kind of rooted for Maul in a sense. They're just happy to see him, in better spirits. And that's about boxing. Where people can hate and all that, but I feel like most people were like happy that Maul is back in the fold because Maul is a fan favorite.
So, I mean, I'll say this: it's against Cornflake, so that has to be just putting out right there. But I do think he looked a bit sharper this time around. I thought his jab was crisper. I actually thought he was more aggressive. So there were signs.
You saw like I really didn't see all that. Like he just kind of walked them down.
No, he definitely looked more aggressive than in the fucking Benavidez fight.
He looked better. He looked much better to me in this fight than Benavidez.
I'm not saying
I don't know what the fuck y'all's like. I actually thought he looked better against Benavidez. Like he threw more punches.
I disagree.
He beat the shit out of Benavidez. Like this nigga, look, it took him 3 rounds to just land a good solid shot on Cornflake. Like, I don't know. Like, that's not great to me. Like, at least with Benavidez, he was already tagging Benavidez by the end of the first round.
I say like he was a B-. He had a B-. Like, I'm not saying he had a great performance, but
Benavidez is naturally a fucking punching bag. Like, he should like.
And Cornflake isn't.
He's
like what the fuck? Like hold on, like wait. They're 2 punching bags. One is just undersized and tough. The other one is just there.
Benavidez is a bigger punching bag at this point than even Cornflake
because he's a tougher. He's one of those old school 1975 Everlast punching bags. Like I got one in storage. Like it just niggas used to fill it with junk, nigga. But them shits is hard though. Like you break your hand punching that motherfucker all day.
Yeah, no, yeah. My gym had one of them old ass bags, yo. I swear, like I said, I watched as some idiot came in there, and was throwing like full force punches and ripped the skin off his knuckles like something ridiculous. It was the most disgusting thing. It's like, yo, like this bag ain't that type of bag, bro. You might want to watch how you're punching. He did that shit
because niggas get so used to hauling off and hitting these fucking bitch ass nigga. These skinny kickboxing bags that just took over all these gyms. Like I see legit niggas who got boxing skills use these bags, and I'm like, you know what it is? Now I see why boxers don't have the goddamn footwork anymore. Because all you niggas love standing right there in front of that skinny ass bag, throwing the same combinations and not fucking moving.
Yeah, nigga,
I've seen niggas take the damn tire and put it underneath the bag so the bag don't even move at all. I'm like.
Yeah, whereas
nigga, you're fucking worthless.
Where if you hit those old school bags, you have to move because it low-key takes away the sting from your hands. If you move and try to use some time to do it, that's the real reason why.
And then the bag was heavy, it swung back. And them old school bags, that's like niggas swinging a 2x4 at you. Like,
yeah, exactly. Like
you go move, you gonna keep your hands up. So it's like you was more honest about ring generalship and placing your punches where. Now niggas just get that skinny ass bag and they whop 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 whop.
Yeah.
Whop 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 whop.
Yeah.
You sound like a goddamn Kendrick song soon. It's like,
yeah,
the fuck, bro. Like, nah. So yeah, that's oh damn, it's Salute Android. What it do? Those sandbags are like bricks. Yeah.
Yeah.
The cornflake look like someone they picked from the stands. Exactly. And it's like the way cornflake look. Maul was supposed to look like goddamn prime Felix Trinidad, prime Tyson, Ernie Shaver, prime any of them niggas. Yeah, and he didn't to me.
I mean, I will say this though, like Cornflake looked. I mean, honestly, I don't know. Like he looked a little punch drunk to me. I was like, damn, like this is like how did this motherfucker win 9 fights in a row after getting annihilated by Laura? Like,
yeah, I heard that stat. I was like, who the fuck was he fighting? They found 9 Girl Scouts.
He stopped Abreu, who gave a tough fight to Conwell. I was kind of surprised he actually was able to, got a win off that guy Abreu. But yeah, I know.
Yeah, but I mean, I've watched enough Cornflake fights to know he's not good at all. He's not really a good fighter at all. That's why it's just
and that's why I prefaced it by saying, well, it's Cornflake, so you can't take too much from whatever.
But he didn't even look great. Like he just looked like he just got back to the motion. He looked rusty. Like I don't know. I felt like he just looked better against Benavidez. Like it just.
I mean, in this fight, he looked rusty against Cornflake, but it also my concern. He looked like he also lost a step or two physically. Like he wasn't like defined. Like you can tell that.
Yeah. Thank you.
I don't think 168 is for him physically because he looked fleshy.
Nigga, 168 don't look like it's for Charlo's period. Like both them niggas look like they didn't train hard enough when they got to 168.
I think the jab is still there though. So he has that.
Of course.
The jab is still there and the right hand is still there. I mean,
most niggas who have great jabs, they never really go away.
I mean, of course he's older. So of course the athleticism's gonna be wavering, and so now that's something he's gonna have to deal with because he can't have the advantage off of athleticism anymore. So he's gonna have to be more like if the technique is still there, he can still be good, but how good? Like what and what's his punch resistance? Like that's still what I'm wondering about because he hasn't really taken any punches, like any big punches from anybody yet.
I know.
I will say the perception of Maul versus Plant is much different now, though. By Maul.
I mean, we'll get into that, but yeah,
it looked like he would be the bully.
Yeah.
Leave him alone.
Either way,
I mean, I will say real quick before we get off Maul, it's a shame because I feel like Maul, if his trajectory of his career, he'd be one of the top dogs at 168, probably. You know what I'm saying? He probably would be one of the have a belt or
Like I said, I still think there's stuff that he can build off from the fight, but now it's just he's got to step it up a little bit more. So
yeah, like he needs to be back. Honestly, he needs to be back in the ring within 2 months because that was just like that wasn't anything like he can't be out of the ring.
Who's a good real quick? I would say who do y'all think is a good like besides the Berlanga, like what's a good next barometer for Jamal Charlo?
Resendez.
Yeah, Resendez pretty.
We already said it, either Resendez or Sucra.
Yeah, like
Oh, Ross, you talking about the one that
The
beat
Rock,
Nunez?
yes, The Rock.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. My apologies. Yeah, either one of those would be good. Like, and it's a bigger profile fight. They all got momentum, so it does good for Jamal too. If he wins, it does good for them if they win. So it's a fight where I think it shouldn't be hard to make. You could promote it, and it's a good quality test because I know I was hearing something about he still said he wants the plant fight. He wants his lick back. Through the buildup, it didn't feel like that.
yeah, exactly.
Like you were just laughing, joking with it. Yeah. I'll model your clothes. Y'all need a model? Yeah, I'll revenge tour. Dude, y'all ready to get into this plant shit? Fuck it.
Yeah, but yeah,
We're ready.
Charlo needs to just be in the ring in the next 2 months and keep his head on, keep his head on business or whatever, and just
keep his ass away from any fucking bottle, Listerine bottle of alcohol, rubbing alcohol. I don't care. Like,
now they were saying where the bottle was at after the fight, so that ain't.
oh man,
literally, there's a clip of them. Jermel's like, "Let's get some bottles." it's around.
Like y'all niggas, and for their credit, they the most hardest workingest, drinkingest niggas I've seen in my life. Though, when it comes to boxing, like. Most of these niggas will not operate on their level if they drink as much as them niggas do. Like like you gotta love boxing and you gotta love liquor to do both of them that well.
Exactly.
Like it's not for everybody. I know like there's some niggas out there because I know I could train and be lit and be like, all right, let's go. You about to go spar in 85-degree weather? Yeah, like
I mean, low-key, alcoholism does run rampant in boxing. It's just it's just not mentioned as much as
and that's the worst thing you could like have as a boxer, as an athlete. Like fucking alcohol just kills. Like that's a surefire.
It tastes so good.
No, that's a surefire way to just kill your prime. Like
I mean one of the best examples of that is Floyd's man Nate Jones. Like if you look at him now today, you would think that this dude didn't medal into the Olympics and wasn't an actual pro fighter, and he was a decent one, but he was an alcoholic, and then he had 2 hard fights that kind of damaged his brain a little bit. Layman Brewster, I think, put it like buried his career, because I remember it was on like ESPN or some shit like that. Like it was sad, and then you see Nate Jones, he talks slow because alcohol and took punches, it damaged him. It's like there are other cases too, but that's what it's like. People understand alcohol is like it takes something from you if you take punches. So I mean, hopefully Charles can let's get some water or something or some fruit juice, some shit. Like you don't need no goddamn liquor, bro.
Especially not no hard liquor. You better mix some 211s and some fruit juice.
It's like how much of that liquor has aged him? Like listen, he's 35, but like when you add in the amount of liquor that he's had, shit, his body's probably closer to 40.
It balances out because it's the thing. Training does keep you younger too. So it's like I feel like they've been walking like a balance beam tightrope for years. But I think once you hit 35, that's when it and some people might be earlier. That's when it's like most people 35 is the hold on, chill, nigga. You're not 25 anymore. You're not even 31.
They just turned 35. They just turned 35 last week and shit. So
yeah, so the wall hitting these niggas. Cause remember, once you hit 25, the other side get there quicker now.
Right.
Like you'll be 26 in no time. You'll look up and you're 29. Like, oh shit. So yeah, you see how it looked for Crawford? Like now niggas just like Crawford pushing 40. And like, wait, ain't he just 36?
Mm-hmm.
Like niggas want to make you older once you hit the 5 in your decade.
Yeah, exactly.
And he been inactive. He hasn't really. And let's be honest, Charlo hasn't really fought somebody who was a threat to him in a while.
That's also true.
Maybe the last real threat he had was you got to go back. Derevyanchenko, yeah, and that was a while. And then before that, who would you say? What, fucking Trout?
Yeah.
And those are good names, but it's you need threats to kind of truly keep you sharp. So, like Pilot said, he they need to step it up the next fight. Like, and I feel like those two names we mentioned earlier are like perfect because everybody could win. Like, and we'll know who's who. Like, hey, who's worthy of getting a title shot or who's worthy of whatever.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, no. But like I said, just it's something to build on for him. And Cornflake just needs to retire and just be a promoter. Like, yeah, the boxing, he's done. Like he can't.
What's the fucking Special K or Super K or whatever the
Exactly.
maybe Frosted Flakes, nigga, but cornflakes are done.
Yeah, facts.
Need some Raisin Bran or new name, nigga.
Exactly. Yeah. Dude is done. No, but yeah, let's get into this Plant shit. Plant ever send this shit. Like I said, like in the preview we did. I mean, obviously, he was a plus like 1,400. Money line. I think it was like 1,600 for the KO or Resendez KO, and stuff like that. And and like I said, even though Resendez had lost to Elijah Garcia and everything like that, he still had the win over Hurd, which means he had a little motion behind him.
Yeah, and shit, even the Resendez fight for Elijah wasn't an easy outing.
So. Yeah, no, it wasn't. Like, I mean, it was damn near almost a fight of the year, like
them niggas. It was scrapping back and forth until it ended. Like, yeah, low key, almost a fight of the year.
Yeah, and that was the fight where I was like, goddamn, like, fellas, you can roll with a punch. You don't have to take punches like that. Like,
yeah, that was the fight that kind of showed us like Elijah Garcia's like ceiling.
Resendez has quickly and quietly become a litmus test for a lot of these fighters.
Shout out to Manny Robles, though. Manny Robles is the one that's improved him. Like, and obviously Manny Robles, he led Andy Ruiz to the titles, heavyweight titles like that. Like, he low key kind of, he's the reason why Resendez has this motion behind him now because he followed that game plan to a T. But the wild thing with Plant in this fight was usually it takes him 6 rounds to kind of gas. He gassed probably within as early as
round 3. In the third round,
it was like 2-3. Like he gassed and like he turned redneck red. Like, and this was before the punches started making him even redder. I was like, God damn! Like, what the fuck was he doing? Was he lifting weights? Like, why is he gassing so early? Like, and that was when Resendez started landing some heat on him. Like, it was competitive. Like Plant was trying to move, but he was starting to catch a lot of punishment early, and I think
he was trying to move. He was moving the wrong way. He was walking into punches half the fucking time.
Yeah, and then the jab wasn't jabbing enough for him to be moving like that.
And I said that. I said like the lack, like it's like Plant forgot how to throw a jab. Like, how did you forget how to fucking utilize the jab?
Yeah, and he had this worried ass look on his face too.
Well, because he felt Resendez's power. He's like, oh shit. And the funny thing is too is like Resendez out jabbed him, which is probably the wildest stat of anything that could have happened in this fight. Like, the jab, someone who's supposed to be a better jabber got out jabbed by a pressure fighter. Like, that does not even work. Like, that's not really supposed to happen in the fight. But like Plant just he I don't know. Maybe the 14 months. The 14 months he was off from the Macumbi fight, which
because that was the thing. Like because I like you said like he kind of gassed early. Like the third round, I was noticing like I didn't think he had gassed. I was like maybe he's still sluggish. Maybe it's it's been a while since he's been in the ring. He had a tough fight and all the time off. He's kind of maybe working himself into it, but. Like by the 5th round, I was like, "Oh no, something's not right." He's completely gassed.
Yeah, I was like, "Geez," I was like, "Damn!" Like Brad must have had a shitty camp for this dude to be gassing so early,
Yeah. And not even gassing in a good fight. Like this was like Canelo level of punch output from these niggas early. So,
but I will say,
if you can gas that early, that's horrible.
I saw a post fight with Breadman talking for a good 20 minutes, and he kept saying it was a bad camp. The camp was hard and rough, so I don't know. But that was the excuse. That was at least Bread's excuse, saying it was a tough camp. He said,
"Yeah." Whose fault is that?
He's the fucking trainer. Like
bro.
Like the boxers are paying you to train them. You need to be the disciplinarian. You need to be setting the tone for your camps. You can't be letting all these niggas with the, you gotta give them tough love, else they're gonna walk all over you. And Plant seems to be the type of person where if you're not giving him no tough love, he's going to walk all over you. I'm pretty sure he probably trained.
Plant low key got bully vibes, nigga.
Yeah.
If Plant could get away with it, he looked like one of the type of dudes that do it. So if you don't have someone in there to rein him in and just be on some like, look, motherfuckers, hey, run the goddamn laps, then he'll just walk, like you said, walk all over you.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's just like Plant seems to, like I said, I think Plant is a proud guy, and
Yes.
and yes, he got it from he got it from the start from the bottom, he got it from the dirt, and I can understand that.
Well, fucking fight like it, bro. He don't fight like he's a proud guy.
No, because he got paid
because he's a family man now.
Yeah,
Fight more like a proud boy than a fucking proud man. Shit.
Yeah, and
That's a double entendre.
I know.
That was bars, yo.
I caught that immediately.
Yeah, that's why bars, yo. But honestly, too, I think another thing is, I think the Benavidez fight really took something out of him. Like Canelo fight was, it was a hard fight, but it wasn't that. I don't think it was a ruined type of fight because he knocked out Darrell afterwards. But yeah, Benavidez, I think, because after the Benavidez fight, then you see him struggling with fucking Roy Monkey McCumbee. So it's like,
honestly, I just think we're seeing, like, and you said this, I'll give you your credit for this because this is not like one of your other picks where your other little hating ass statements, but you always been super critical of Plant, and I think that I don't think Benavidez or anybody ruined Plant, like, and we've seen some beatings in boxing, and he's gotten some shit, but I wouldn't say Plant ever took like some career-ending beating. I think what it is, and we're seeing it now more so because he's fighting guys who are threats to him. That, and you just said this literally, thousands of times, bro. That Plant just ain't as good as we think he is. Plant just not that good. Like, he looked like he could be a guy who's a 8 or a 9 out of 1 through 10 for boxing ability, but he's more like a 6 or a 7.
Yeah, and this
like
fight,
and we're seeing that he's not that good now because we're seeing him fight threats, that people who are threats to him, who are dangerous to him, back to back. We're not used to seeing Plant fight niggas who, okay, this guy is athletic, he can hit hard, pressure fighter. Okay, that guy after that, he's a lower level pressure fighter, but he still hit hard. He's still strong. Like, we're seeing niggas who are dangerous, and when you fight niggas who dangerous and you not that good, it'll show. And I think that's what we're seeing. There's nothing else but that.
I picked Plant to win, but I kept saying, like, in my chat and everything, I was like, Resendez can upset him, man. And the way it happened is like,
all Resendez did was, basically it was the Benavidez fight. Like, all he did was, if you can stay into Plant's chest, and just work and just have a little iron will, and can fight on the inside a little bit, you'll gas him out and he's yours.
As long as your stamina is good after 6 rounds, you
gotta have the offense with it, because a lot of guys, like, come on, just like Caleb Truax. Yeah, Truax had the stamina, but he ain't had an offense. So, like, I feel like Plant's one of those guys who gets mentally exhausted, and it's because he doesn't believe in his own arsenal. Like, I think Plant boxes like a front runner. Like, he boxes like the guy Brad be shitting on in his mailbag for years, like the front runner. Like, he got talent enough for the first 5-6 rounds, and then after that, it's like, okay, like, what are we doing here? Because I'm not closing out the show. I don't hit hard enough to break you down to make the second half of the fight easy. Like, I'm not like Andre. So it's like he gets into this whole mental fatigue thing because he has to move around so much. He has to stay alert. He doesn't want to get hit with bombs. So he has to do a whole surviving routine for the later part of the fight. And it's like, I think it just wears him out when he has to do this fight after fight after fight. And he's literally been doing that.
And the wild thing, so, see, McCumbee could have done it because he has the power, but he didn't have the stamina. When McCumbee gassed, then Plant was able to get a second win and put him and get him up out of there.
That gave Plant the confidence. But McCombie's strength and his style, like that shit was bothering the fuck out of Plant.
Yeah, like I mean, he went down once officially, twice unofficially. The second one, because the one of them, that was official as fuck, but the referee, I don't know why they called it a slip.
Yeah.
You know,
and this is the problem with boxing because, you know, these fights could be different. Will end up could potentially end up different if these guys were getting credited for these knockdowns.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, you know, you don't know the type of momentum somebody clicks in their head when they're like, oh shit, I got this knock this nigga down twice officially. Like, hold on, like it's a boost. Yeah, as opposed to, I dropped this guy twice. Well, niggas hating that second time though, but yeah, they gave it to me the first time. That's different than, oh hell yeah, I got this nigga on the ropes.
Exactly. Though.
Dropped him twice. Like, yeah.
Yeah, and in other terms, Resendiz, I think in the 6th round came very close to dropping Plant because I remember he landed like a 3-piece, you know, and Dude was just reaching out. Dude was like a baby reaching out for a bottle. Like he needed to clinch. Like he was like, oh shit, I got hit with some.
Nigga was looking like Hakeem Rodman. He was like,
yeah, all mummy and shit. Like, bro,
yo, what's that meme with the black kid and he got like the shit in his eyes and he's like,
yeah, yeah. Like,
that's how he was. And the funny thing is, because I was on the phone with my sister at the time, and she was like, God damn, I just counted Plant got hit 3 times. And then simultaneously in the chat, fucking King P is like, nah, make that 4 times. Wait, 5. Then later on, I finally see the clip these niggas is talking about. I'm like, God damn, like all these niggas, nobody was lying either. Like, y'all didn't hype it up. Y'all didn't add, y'all didn't put no cherries on top, no whipped cream, no nothing. Y'all just was like, here, nigga, like,
that little overhand right. That overhand right changed the fight a lot. I felt like.
Yeah, and then after that, you can see the fight go out of play. And then the funny thing is too, is like I don't know why Plant feels the need to clinch against niggas who actually have a decent inside game. This in the Benavidez fight, Benavidez has an inside game, and Benavidez tore him up on the inside after when he clinched.
That's where the real punishment came, like from the inside. Yeah,
Resendiz did the same thing. The 6-inch counters right hands. Like he was landing. He cut Plant over his eye. Like Plant doesn't realize he's taking more punishment. Like if you can find the inside in the clinch, that's the worst thing you do is try to clinch.
What the fuck they learning over in Brad Gym then? Because it's like Plant don't really have an arsenal. Like, let's be honest. Like Plant is really looking like goddamn super middleweight Paulie Malignaggi with a left hook.
Seriously, I think he has a little bit more pop than Paulie, but that's not saying much.
But he's looking that way, and that's why I said with a left hook, because he barely had Paulie's jab.
That's true.
And that left hook, we only seen come out in 2 fights.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know what it's like. I mean,
like, be honest, Chris Algieri is gotten more with less, and I'm comparing him to Malignaggi and Plant when we're talking about white boxers, just and skill and talent. It just seemed like I feel like Chris Algieri just got more with less. Like he didn't have the talent, reflexes, and all these, but he just knew the skill part down and the conditioning down.
And that's something that's all you need, to carry you to a victory.
Thank you. He ain't do nothing special against fucking Provodnikov, like
except jab him up.
Basic boxing shit, like jabs, movement, 1-2s, maybe a clean up left hook on a pivot every now and then. Wash, rinse, and repeat. But niggas make this seem like it's some difficult shit.
And he did it with one eye closed because
after getting dropped early, like what, twice?
Yeah, so it's like
wheelbarrow drop, like the Michael Grant drops where nigga, you think the world ending when you see these niggas fall. You're like, oh shit, like that. Damn. So yeah, man, it says a lot about Plant. It says a lot about Brad. Just like you can't be talking like all this rah shit and you throwing fucking cups at Ryan Garcia. You getting into it with other people's fan bases at fights. All this. You always punking niggas, but you get punked in your fucking real fights though.
Right.
Yeah,
Like-
he does try to big bro everybody and shit.
Yeah, like and that's the thing. Like this the boxing karma. This the boxing guys telling you, like, yo, white boy, chill, calm the fuck down. You're not as gangster as you think you are. Nigga, chill. Like,
He wasn't
like,
really.
like you always talking about your Mexican fans and how you got the best Mexican fans. The Mexicans love you because they love beating your ass.
He's 0-3. Yeah, if Plant ever fights again, stay away from niggas. The last name ending with Z.
Yeah, like bro, like you always try to bully niggas and shit and like bro, like I'd rather niggas look like they could bully you, and then when you get in the ring, you whooping their ass.
Like,
You on
like
some
Fundora,
in a way Golovkin shit.
like even like a Fundora, you know, even if Fundora's like, he got that
Yeah,
too.
Pandora too.
He got that Liberian swag, but he'll in the ring he gonna fight. He gonna try to fight.
Yeah, he beats your ass. Like him and his sister, they look like fucking librarians. Like they look like the proctor for a test or some shit. Like
Yeah, but they'll
and your papers to the front of the aisle. Like
But yeah, no,
they put fucking belt to ass. And I'd rather see that than be the toughest nigga on the street and you trying to punk everybody. But then we get you in the ring, you gonna be you looking like the goddamn bodybuilder Pat sent me in the IG message.
Bro probably, you know, he probably watched 8 Mile growing up and just was like, that's me.
Internalized it.
Yeah.
You see, and what's made this worse too, because originally, like I said, for the belt that he held, the GameStop belt, like dude should have fought like a top 5 in the rankings. Mercedes was 15 in the rankings. Like he was
top 15 doing that to you. What does top 10 do to you?
Yeah, exactly. That's what makes
What does top 5 do to you?
Like Mercedes was probably just inserted in there recently, but he was inserted at 15. Like Cornflake had a higher ranking than him. So that's what makes this loss look really bad. You know?
Yeah, real bad.
Yeah, and like and it was just like a Plant by the end of the fight. Like he was bleeding, he was clenching, moving with struggle. Like Mercedes looked like he wasn't even in a fight. Like
that's what dude. Like Resendez looked like he wasn't even cracking on all cylinders. Like Resendez looked like he was on his B game. Like
yeah, he was.
Like I don't even think like if he had the effort he had against Elijah Garcia, he might have killed Plant.
Yeah, exactly.
Plant would have been fucking sleeping if this nigga was trying that hard. Like, bro.
No, Resendez good. I mean, yeah, he's a lot now. He's a player at the division. He's got the fake WBA belt now. You know.
Yeah, I mean,
it's hard to be he's a player now, but if you're ranked top 15, like,
yeah,
you a play like realistically, you are a player when you get in the top 15. Like, it's not like top 20, top 15.
But 168,
it's like niggas look at you for belts and eliminators and shit.
Yeah, we got to specify division because 168, you know, they had the we talked about the Vulcan Beck, but 168 got a lot of fades. 168 is kind of I've been trying to.
It's getting there low key. Like it might be like a less heralded 154. Like with like when I mean that, it's just like you got some sharks, but they not like the popular sharks like in like 154. You don't have like the great whites and the tiger sharks, you know, or the makos, but you got some bull sharks, you got some reef sharks, you still got some sharks that'll fuck you up, like
yeah.
But you just ain't got the big names, like you know. But you got a few hammerheads, you got some bull sharks, you got niggas to fuck you up. But that's what it looked like. 168 is rebuilding it too, because Canelo allowed this to happen. You know,
and he's finding bullshit. So it's like now I'm happy for. Now Resendez is not. I'm happy that the belt
of
at
course.
least it means more to him because Resendez, depending on what Canelo does. You know, obviously he has a chance as long as he keeps it to be a full champion.
He's in line to get a title shot once Canelo drops the belt. So we'll see.
Yeah,
well, like I mentioned earlier, Beck, like yesterday, even on the broadcast, there's like on Friday, they were saying Beck became the WBA mandatory, so he should be fighting Plant, who had the fake belt. But now, technically, it should be Resendez versus Beck. But you know that's not happening. It's not going to happen like that. You know?
Yeah, they're not. Resendez is. They probably will not make that fight, even though it'll be.
That's a good fight. That's a fight of the year right there, though.
Yeah,
it'll be fine.
Yeah, and I would love to see that though, but I think
it's a great co-main or something better.
But I think both guys, I guess, are probably either just trying to see what Canelo's going to do because they're going to move accordingly just to make sure they're in the best position they can to actually either be upgraded.
Even them niggas might be too dangerous for Canelo though.
I mean, it could be at this point, like Beck the Bully, a body puncher that goes to Beck. I mean, it's quite possible, yeah. I mean, those are both hard fights for Canelo, so it's just trying to see what Canelo actually.
Imagine, dude, like, do we just hear ourselves talk? Mm-hmm. We're saying Resendez and Beck the Bully are hard fights for Canelo. You know how bad Canelo has had to fall down for us to say this?
Facts.
You know how bad he's had to duck Benavidez for us to say, like, yeah, okay. A guy who got knocked out by Rosado is a hard fight for Canelo. Like,
or a guy got knocked out by Elijah Garcia is a hard fight. Like,
neither was anything right now.
Yeah, no, he's lost to somebody worse than Elijah Garcia too. So it's like, but hey, I mean, like when you're Mexican, you can lose a couple times and still be all good because you got your fan base is there for you.
No, if you're a Mexican that's putting belt to ass and you get good fights every time.
That too.
Yeah. I mean, shit, because right now, the way Plant fought, fucking Thomas Domgar could have beat fucking Plant. He would have folded he would have folded by the mental pressure because he was literally in Gotti face all night like this. You think Plant gonna throw fucking 5 uppercuts in a row? Went off the ropes?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, right now,
no.
I mean, honestly, after this fight, though, I have a hard time thinking that Plant can even be a top 10 fighter anymore. Like anyone, like I mean, even let's say a fighter like Jesse Hart would probably give him like nightmares.
He's probably I mean, he probably. I know I mentioned Canelo being on a downward slope since the Plant fight. But Plant probably hasn't been the same since either.
I mean,
Plant just not that good, bro. Like we could just officially.
You're the kind of the Plant. You're the Plant guy on here. It's kind of interesting.
No, I felt because I'm more of a play to your strength, promote what you're doing good type of guy, and I thought Plant did some good things, but Pat wasn't completely off. I felt like Pat. I'm sorry, Pat, Plant, all these motherfuckers, the goddamn peas. But I felt like Pat wasn't completely off. I felt like he just, old school niggas is different. Like, we grade at a harder scale. And Pat is just an older schooler ass nigga than me. Mm-hmm. So I get it. And sometimes I feel like Pat be like a critique of it, like, man, Plant gas too much. And I was like, then you start seeing little patterns, and then the Truex fight, and it's like, damn, bro. And then you see how he don't really make the best decisions. When you saw the Canelo fight, he gave up too many body punches to Canelo, which weakened him, and he didn't need to do it because it's not like Canelo was after him like that. Like, he stood there and just took those hits,
right?
Which is just bad boxing, especially when you're a bigger guy. And you're the guy who has the better footwork. So he just makes a lot of bad boxing choices in the ring. And then you see how everything's play out. So like Pat was right all along. Like he maybe was low, but then I can't even say nothing because the way Pat was on Plant and the way how he criticized him, I guess that's how I sound the king. I sound like that to Pilot when we talk about Tim Tszyu. But that defense is bad though. Yeah. I felt like his defense is worse than anything Plant does. And Plant do some bad shit.
I wouldn't even disagree with it because, like I said, it just took someone that was a heavier puncher to really let know, like this. This is defense is horrendous.
Yeah, it took somebody who stands tall, fights behind a jab, and like a good solid puncher. Because imagine what a goddamn Jermell Charlo would have did with fucking Tszyu.
He would have lit him.
Christ.
He would have lit him up.
Nigga, would he?
Yeah.
It would have been a
And
highlight.
what Murder Lab did was bad enough.
It would have been a highlight KO. Yeah, and I like
Yeah,
Murder,
that's honestly what it would have been because Charlo, Mel just real. He punches with I think a little more explosiveness and a little more snap than Murder Live.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it would have been like a highlight reel KO, whereas Murder Live gave us like a highlight reel beatdown.
Yeah.
Clint would have Mel would have gave us like it would have looked like the Lubin or something.
Yeah.
but I mean, and then real quick, I want to mention for Murtazalia, it was amazing, but he's getting a little overhyped for the one win. I'm just saying, like, I've been hearing people say
it was how the win was done though.
No,
against
Lou, it's like people saying he's the hardest puncher. I know he's supposed boogeyman. I'm just saying I need to see another win before I can fully say he's the hardest best.
I mean, he beat Colque.
He beat Colque. Yeah, I'm just saying.
He literally got one of Andre's best wins on his
record.
record.
They're basing it off the zoo, but mainly it's being based off the zoo shit. That's all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But that zoo was a fucking.
That was a shocker.
That was a fucking shocker, bro.
Yeah, like I mean, because I mean keep in mind that's a guy that had been fighting on PBC dark matches, collecting step aside checks since like 2019. Like and then finally, he was basically unless you were at the arena, like niggas never saw him really fight like that.
He was fighting before. He'd be fighting before Camille Moulton, who luckily was on Instagram live, but of the Mayweather promotion. But it's like, how are you? How your only prospect is on fucking not on? Come on, do better. I'm just saying, do better.
Oh, hold on, wait. What up, Blazing Killer? Salute, Ring Gang, chilling. Yeah. Damn, it seems like I ain't seen you in a minute, or maybe I'm off. Like maybe I'm bit. Like I don't know, but it's nice seeing you. Salute, bro. Canelo lost every single bit of hype he had back in 21. Honestly, facts. I'm glad you see it. Like, thank you. Like, yes, like Canelo is nowhere near the fighter he was in 2021. Like, it's almost like the great value version I've ever seen of a top fighter.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the plant fight is his last elite performance. Like, it's like ever since he hasn't stopped anyone since. So it's
been just worse. It's like this. He can't even give you the Berlanga effort no more, and he was a little pissed at Berlanga.
Right. Yeah, you can't. I mean, he tried to get rid of Munguia, and he couldn't. He couldn't do that. Yeah, I mean, honestly, yeah. When KO punchers stop getting KOs, it changes shit. And like I said, he's fought since he was 15. So like I said, the end is near.
He's 20 years deep. He's 20 years deep in the game. Hopefully, he's not. He's not
20 years deep of being damn handfell picked opponents for him too. Like. Let's not act like he fought the gauntlet of niggas. Like, this ain't a fucking Fondora at 154, Jamel Charlo at 154 type of career where, he's always fighting all types of styles and challengers at any given moment. Look, this nigga been having a good ride into the sunset. Motherfuckers let him get his bullshit on for years, ducking niggas and waiting till motherfuckers get old. And now you seeing like he can't do that no more because there's no more true big money, easy fights for him except the Crawford fight.
Right.
And that's literally for both of them because all of them got too much tough work to do on their own. So it's like, fuck it, let's just fight each other right out of the sunset or some Three Amigos bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, they're like I said, they're trying to extend it. I mean, Canelo more than Crawford, really.
Definitely more Canelo than Crawford, but Crawford is like Crawford could still win these fights. They're just tougher and harder, and I feel like he doesn't want to hear everybody say, "Oh, damn, bro." Like he don't want to hear niggas like me. Like he don't want to hear niggas say like, "Oh, damn, you never really was all that good." Like, because he started hearing niggas say that with the Madrigal fight, and. If you have a performance like that again,
I've been talking.
That's going to happen.
Hold on, real quick. I've been talking to a few Mexicans, right? And they're saying they don't understand how people don't look at Crawford the same way people look at Canelo because Crawford has got just as much left as Canelo. You feel what I'm saying?
No, I feel exactly what you say.
Canelo 34, but don't he got twice the amount of fights that Crawford got?
Yeah, he's an old
Yeah.
old 34. Like he's had a lot. He's like
Crawford will be 38 or whatever by the time they fight, but I think his wheels are a little fresher. His wheels are a little fresher than Canelo.
Crawford's definitely wheels fresher, but the thing is, even though I shit on Canelo's fucking competition and the way he was managed, like he still ended up taking tougher fights than Crawford.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And
So
double
that's the
amount.
thing, like, and the double the amount, really, like, yeah. To
But
be
I'm
honest
saying
with
Crawford,
it,
if Crawford could take Canelo's punch, I'm rolling with Crawford. But you know the vibe. I'm just saying.
of course he gonna take Canelo punch. Canelo only manages one punch every 15 seconds. Even if he get hurt by Canelo, Canelo ain't gonna finish his nigga off. Pause. Canelo ain't gonna damn hunt him down the ring and no. Canelo don't have a Navarrete uppercut from 20 feet out that he could throw and land. Like, no. Fuck, like Crawford ain't a regular nigga. He'll get cracked once or hurt, whatever. He'll recover and be right back on him, boxing this shit up. Like, that's why I don't want to see the fight.
Mm-hmm.
If we're all picking, if all the experts are to the point and the casuals are even picking Crawford, then we really don't have a fight.
Mm-hmm.
I give you 50-50. But when you have experts and the casuals leaning toward Crawford, it ruins the fun. Like, nah.
But obviously with Canelo, we'll see. I mean, obviously as that fight kind of ramps up, hopefully it ramps up soon because it needs. I mean, it should be marketed it should be started marketed now and announce some damn fights though. But
yeah, it's like I don't know why boxing don't like marketing shit during the summer. Like you could literally have a whole summer campaign for boxing matches. Have these niggas at the beaches, have these niggas at vacation spots, resorts, commercials. Like you got a whole 3 months to really hype up a fight, and then boom, September fall, bow, like niggas is ready for it. They done heard about it all summer, but no one ever really takes advantage of that.
No, they don't.
I had these niggas at 4th of July, Juneteenth. I had these niggas at all the damn things you could do. Motherfuckers be having back to school giveaways. Like, nigga, like, motherfucker be damn 5 years old. Like, yeah. When Benavidez fight, dad? Like, bro, like, niggas leave so much money on the table with boxing. Like, it's ridiculous.
That was it. And then that's absolutely true. And I will say this, before we go on to the preview. Yeah, like I said, I mean, like I said, Plant and Resendez, like I said, happy for Resendez. Hopefully, he gets rewarded for this win. I mean, it's a second upset of someone who was a world champion, and like overall as a card, it was a good watch for a card. Like I said, it was. I mean, the action, the action flow. Like the weakest fight pretty much was like okay, at least it wasn't. At least Maul got him out of there in a reasonable round. Like it wasn't no bullshit.
And I want to mention, I feel like Amazon Prime don't really fuck with PBC because it's like they don't have no time to milk. They just like next fight after next fight. They don't even get a full. They try to get that shit over with. It seems like in terms of there's not compared to the Top Rank where we got.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want no. I mean,
you want a little fluff though. I kind of get what he's saying.
But look, it's either that or you lose the fucking viewers that you got, nigga. You better keep this shit rolling so we can keep this money.
That's true too.
Yeah, fact. Yeah.
There's a healthy balance, but if I had to choose, fluff on some damn Riyadh season ESPN Top Rank shit, or hey, wrap this shit up. Next fight, nigga. I'm gonna go with the wrap this shit up next fight, nigga.
And trust me,
all the time.
Amazon is all analytics, so something probably told them like, "Yo, when you have, when you're showing the fighter's mom and what he used to eat, back in the day and shit, niggas flip the channel." So
they don't care about that shit.
Let's just skip all the training and what he was doing and just get straight to the fight, nigga. These
niggas why you're here.
I mean, they had Manny real quick. They had Manny and Barrios there real quick, but that's Manny and Barrios. They're gonna have
no. See, I don't mind little shit like that. Like if you're gonna have a little fluff, it better be about the next fucking fight. Like we don't need to know any more backstories and all this shit about what's going on right now. If y'all want to do a little 30-second, 1 minute highlight, whatever, good, cool, but like get to this shit because and I honestly feel like Rome is on to something with the whole analytical shit. Like they see all the drop-offs niggas had. Okay, damn. Okay, Turkey speaking. okay, this influencer speaking for 15 minutes. Okay, we gotta hear Sergio Mora speak. Niggas is seeing that. Okay, hold on, we losing niggas during these little breaks, and like keep this shit going. So yeah, like
They be like,
little fluff is cool, but
nigga was talking for 5 minutes. We just lost 15,000 viewers. Yo, nigga, cut that talking, nigga.
exactly. But yo, that's how it's looking though. Niggas is really like, hey, wait, cut this nigga mic. Like, we losing $10,000 for every minute this nigga talk. Like,
cause be honest, well, y'all niggas know when every fight is happening, but how many times you flipping ESPN on, and if you see a nigga already, third round already boxing up, you like, hold on, let me see what these niggas got going on. But if you see niggas, training, doing sit-ups and shit, it's like, man, next channel, nigga.
The crazy part you're saying with the training is, I'd rather see the training clips than these niggas just talking and rambling about bullshit for 15 minutes or having. At least the training is more like, okay.
No, the training clips be bullshit because they show 1 day at camp. Them niggas just show them doing sit-ups, nigga, after they fully drink.
If all niggas like sit-ups, it's like, nigga, like, come on.
Like, come on. Like, yo.
Show the mitts or something, nigga.
Show a drill where you fucked up and your trainer was like, yo, nigga, do you want to lose? Do you want to look like some hype shit?
Nah, you on to something. Like, they could get more creative. Like you know what? Fuck it. That speaks to another point real quick. Like real quick. Mm-hmm. That boxing has evolved to the point where, like, everything ain't a fucking secret with training no more. Like, y'all could show some goddamn mid routines and some drills every now and then and spice up the fucking training segments that y'all do show. Like, it's 2025. Like, I don't really care about seeing y'all niggas jump rope and do push-ups and sit-ups.
Just because a nigga is watching your drill don't mean he can do the drill. And if he can do the drill, he don't know why you doing a drill. So it's
Thank you.
He don't know if you doing a drill to work on your hip movement, if you're doing a drill to work on your turning of the fist, your elbow, whatever the fuck. It could be for anything that you using that drill for, but he don't know. He just watching you do the drill.
Exactly.
Do it.
Just show it. If y'all want to show training, show some shit like it. That's why a lot of the 24/7s and behind it. That's why a lot of shit got stale because niggas fell in line with a format of just showing certain things, and it's like, yo,
even Ryan Garcia,
that's not enough.
All that nigga posts is a speed bag. Like, nigga, I've seen a million niggas hit a speed bag. I've seen a bitch in the gym hit a speed bag. Nigga, like, come on, nigga.
It got to the point. Papoose doing the speed bag is cool, but it's not even because we see it all the time. It looks cool because, oh damn, a rapper doing the speed bag pretty good. So that's cool. But if Papoose is doing the speed bag like on that level, and you're a 3-time world champion, you don't need to be posting up those speed bag clips. That's all I'm saying. Like,
right. Unless you're doing a speed bag underwater, upside down type thing. Like,
because back in the day when you got good with the speed bag, you started doing it with your eyes closed, stomping your feet,
making songs with it, all types of shit.
Thank you. Like, these niggas is still just regular. Like, bro, it's 2025. Switch this shit up.
I mean, even me on my IG, I have me hitting the speed bag on there, and I was saying that shit like a G. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is like, it's a good thing to do. Well, yeah, like, but if I can do it, champions don't need to be doing all that shit. Like, I mean, they can do it. There's a purpose, but you don't need to have it like.
Yeah, you can do. Champions still do it, but that shouldn't be the training thing that you hype up the fans. Like, bro, like
that's like day one training shit. Like, the first.
It is. We know the speed bag ain't day one, but it is looked that way in a way.
Nigga, when I was 10 years old, my boy's pops had a speed bag in his garage. Nigga, I went in there. This nigga was like, "Let me show you something." First day in this nigga garage. Let me show you something. Drop that speed bag down. It was just bah. Bah, 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 bah. And the one hand is way more impressive than just rolling that shit to me. I don't know. That shit is just rhythm. But when you do it differently, you got to do it differently. You can't just be on some regular speed bag shit.
And be on some. Hey, look at me, folks. Now you got to be.
Right. Weaving it and all types of shit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like, it's true. I'm just saying this in the sense of like, look. Like, promote boxing better. Like, and Rome makes a good point that a lot of niggas, they won't understand or know what the fuck they're watching, but it's something new to them. Because there's videos, there's shorts that I post up all the time. Maybe a one I posted maybe last week, and niggas is already commenting because one's with the noodle and one's with the mitt, and niggas is like, well, that ain't gonna really work if the person switches if he decides mid-turn to switch this way with the stick. Now, me, I know personally, real shit, niggas ain't swinging like that in real life. They not, motherfuckers, you never see no one swing a bat and be like, okay, hold on. And just switch directions. So I know niggas that's a perfect example of niggas just talking. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They're just watching something new.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? At the end of the day, that's engagement. That's new voices. That's new talking points and shit. So that's what, if I'm creating that with just a bullshit 30-second video, what you think Amazon and PBC and all these places could do when they really show some legit pros do some innovative shit every now and then? So it helps.
Exactly.
So stop being super secretive. Like, y'all niggas ain't doing no top secret shit over there, because the final results when we see y'all box, it don't look like y'all niggas working on no fucking top secret shit. Nigga, I bet Brad got blacked out curtains all in the gym, and it don't look like we learning anything new from Plant. So y'all niggas gotta chill with this fucking secret shit. Like, y'all niggas is training on the goddamn mountain in the woods and shit, and y'all on some shout. No, the fuck you not. Open them fuck. Maybe if y'all showed y'all training, we could call bullshit more often.
Facts.
Like, you see how niggas did with Wilder when he was spinning around?
Yeah. And then
we don't know what these niggas is doing.
Yeah, and he got memed up for it too. Like, serious when he got
all we know is the final result, and the final result don't be looking that great. That's it.
Yeah.
But yeah, my bad. That's it.
Yep, and that's lesson you could take from watching, from what happened with Plant and Resendez, though. But yeah, no, it was a good card, good watch, and everything like that. So, kudos for that, for making Saturday. Although I caught the replay I caught the other fights on the replay on Sunday, though. But it was good shit.
Yeah, I had the late pass. But hold on, real quick. Salute Chris Brand. What it do? Haney Tiffy. Yeah. I think it was Pilot or King P said it earlier. My fault.
Yeah, I think it was Pilot. Yeah.
Pilot. Shout out to Pilot. Yeah. We'll do the quick predictions. We'll definitely go speak on that toward the end, though. I got you. Like, salute. And what up, Rob D? Salute too.
But yeah, no. So yeah, next weekend though, we got a doubleheader. Some people call it is it a glorified like showcase fight, or is it a legit dangerous fight? It could be. It could be one of both, depending on temperaments of both fighters. Of course, the main event is Keyshawn Davis making his first title defense of his lightweight title against Edwin De Los Santos, who pretty much has had some health issues and stuff like that. But his name is still buzzing because he's basically the reason why Shakur has the reputation he has right now. By the whole running thing. And it was definitely one of the worst like fights you could ever watch on a Thursday night, no less, too.
And there was a lot of hype for that shit too. They remember, Top Rank stopped that after the Teal and Shakur. They stopped doing the Thursday bullshit. They're like, let's go back.
Yeah, they had to.
Niggas was killing the sport.
With that.
Yeah, like people were leaving the arena. It was a bad fight. Like, it was a horrific fight. It was.
Yeah,
bad.
if you're gonna have a fight on a Thursday night, if we're not gonna do a podcast because you got to fight. Goddamn, that fight better be better than the podcast, nigga. Like,
yeah, it was bad too because judges, some judges were actually found five rounds to give to De Los Santos, and you can't even argue with them.
You can't argue. You could have been a draw, and I would have been fine with that. It was kind of one of those fights.
Bro,
was that bad?
Bro, the Thursday night football game was way better than that fucking fight.
It was.
And Thursday football games are pretty trash a lot of the time.
Horrendous, yeah.
Goddamn.
Yeah, so that's why it's just like
I wouldn't know, but I'll take y'all word for it. Shit.
Yeah, so that's why it's like no. So I know since that fight, Santos had taken issues with De Los Santos had issues with blood clots and stuff like that. So he's back in the ring against with Keyshawn Davis, who's literally now dude is on a hot streak right now, and and basically it's for a title. I mean, is that title shot that he deserves? Probably not. But Top Rank is probably doing this just to kind of prove something, maybe, perhaps, who knows though? I mean, it could be just like, okay, this is a warm up for Keyshawn, or Del Santos is legitimately a dangerous guy, which he is. Like, don't get me wrong.
I mean, do y'all think this is a dangerous title fight though? This is a
I mean, for
dangerous
a
guy,
first
but it's
title
not.
defense, it can be. Yeah, I mean, it can be because I think Keyshawn's the truth, but Edwin is.
No, it's a dangerous fight. It's a legit dangerous fight. Like I say, like this is one of when I spoke earlier about like having a good opponent or a threat. This is a threat.
What I'm asking is like, is this a fight where you can see either fighter coming out the champion? Like, is it that dangerous, or do you know that Keyshawn go retain?
I mean, Keyshawn should win. I'm picking Keyshawn by KO.
It's like 60-40.
Keyshawn gonna whoop his ass.
Yeah,
I honestly think it's 60-40. Like Keyshawn should win, but if Santos caught him, like I wouldn't be like, oh my god, like this is the upset. It's crazy.
Keyshawn got to be careful, but he can't be Shakur careful. But you got to be careful trading with Edwin because Edwin got fast hands. I know 2-year layoff, blood clots, but Edwin got fast hands, and we saw him put El Rayo in the dirt. So
that rail KO was just like was brutal. Del Santos can punch. Like all like the Dominican fighters, like they all have that crazy power. So it's like like I said, the Shakur fight made. I mean, truthfully, he ended up looking better from the Shakur fight than Shakur did, even if Shakur won. So because it was like he was the aggressor and Shakur was running.
He's still dangerous. Like these are the type of fights that Plant needed to fight before he got the belt.
Mm-hmm.
Before he got like he kind of lucked up with I won't say lucked up with Ukateki, but like I feel like damn, if that's your pinnacle performance.
Yeah.
So yeah, like it's how you guide yourself. But Del Santos is a good quality fight for Davis, and he's a threat. He's dangerous. Like you can't sleep on him.
Now, LB, what do you think? I mean, what's your prediction for this fight?
I want to say Keyshawn by 8 rounds.
Okay.
My exact prediction.
Yo, if Keyshawn loses, would y'all niggas be disappointed, or would y'all be like, De Los Santos had his number? Like that's
I'd be disappointed because to me, I think Keyshawn's personality, he's got potential to be the next American, quote unquote superstar. I'm just saying, like he has that. So it would be.
That's the only reason I would be disappointed if Keyshawn lost is because what he meant to the sport and his momentum. We don't have too many Black Americans right now that are just whooping ass and taking names like later type shit.
That can talk and sell out there.
That can talk, sell fights, be active. They don't have no crazy like unredeeming qualities. They don't do anything that you're like, yo, nigga, shut the fuck up. Like niggas ain't drinking, niggas ain't smoking too much, niggas ain't just. There's somebody who just wants to box and be a big name.
He was smoking a little bit of weed, but he got over that hurdle and he's been kicking ass in. So
yeah. But see, he's not making it his personality either. So yeah, like that's the type of shit you want to see. So I would be disappointed if somebody like that loses. Like, yeah, that's gonna hurt the sport because it's not like you have fucking other names that are on the ball replacing that. Like, yeah, you got Ray Ford and Shaqy and all them niggas, but they don't have. They're not in the divisions, and they don't have that the glamour name. Like they don't have the juice.
So if Ed went past, hold on real quick, pilot. If Ed went past this test, he would just be passing time for the title at the moment, pretty much.
I mean, PBC will probably make him a main event, like because he's a PBC fighter. So it's like
they would probably.
If Santos wins, he would have some juice. He mixes shit up.
He'd probably fight Tank.
He probably would fight Tank.
That'd probably be a Tank fight.
But I will say, like, remember I put on the podcast where Brian Custer, Brian Custer asked our question from Ring Gang about the weight division where Keyshawn could top out at, and that's what he said, welterweight. Answered our question. So, like Shutter said, that's like a division. Welterweight's the glory division. This nigga talks and he's got Norfolk, Virginia behind his back. I just saw him with like Michael Vick. He was in the Michael Vick college. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of shit.
Oh, with
So,
Allen Iverson too. Like, yeah, I see what you
Yeah,
say.
Allen Iverson, yeah.
Yeah, no, see, that's the thing. Keyshawn has that potential, whereas old Shaggy and Ray Ford, all them niggas, they good. And I feel like they can be bigger stars, but I don't think their ceiling is as high as a guy like Keyshawn. I feel like if Keyshawn knock out Santos, hey, he need to get the winner of Roach and Tank.
Yeah, because
That
Santos
would
for all
be crazy.
Yeah,
That would be
'cause
crazy if he
Santos-
did something like that.
Yeah, because Santos has never been knocked out. Yeah, like, I mean, his first loss was a split decision loss, which was on Showbox like years ago. Like, and like I said, he's a hard guy to kind of hurt like that. He's he's not so like if Keyshawn would be the first one to knock him out, it would mean something.
Yeah, because this is like pretty much. I feel like this is like the fight that kind of catapults into a bigger fight. Like whoever wins need to fight the winner of Zepeda, Shakur, or Roach,
The Roach
Tank, or you fight a top name at 140 type shit or something. Like this is one of those like it's better for it's better for the sport if Davis win, but it's not complete. It doesn't suck. It's not bad if Davis loses, if that makes sense. It's not like one of those names where it's like, God damn, this nigga won. Oh, like it just ruins everything. Like, nah. Hey, Top Savage, what it do? Salute.
Is Davis versus Davis a possibility then?
Fuck yeah. Nigga, honestly, Keyshawn and Tank, I think that does a million buys. Like that's a super big fight for me and for boxing. Honestly, that's the biggest fight you can make in boxing if both these niggas just keep winning.
Eventually, because their paths will cross. Like it is like it has.
Yeah, because you got so much fit to art. Look, you got young, old, new generation, and I say Tank is old. Tank is the old young nigga for them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you got the old, new generation going at it. The southpaw, everything. Some of the shade room probably gonna say light skin, dark skin. I don't know, but niggas gonna be interested.
I mean, my prediction is, I actually think that Keyshawn will just beat Santos by decision because I think Santos is tough. I could see Davis like he can outbox him, but I just think that it will go the distance. Like but it would not surprise me obviously if he does KO him, but I will give Santos the benefit of the doubt because I've seen he's a tough guy. He's a tough guy to hurt. So my prediction is just
Santos don't punch enough. That's why I just feel like. Like that's what kind of hurts him. Like
Keyshawn should be, Keyshawn silver medalist. He got the pedigree. In the B&B camp. Bud and Bomac. He should win. He should be able to time in between and get him out of there. He should. But
what's your prediction?
If you want to be a star, he needs.
You want to be a star. Yeah, I mean, I'm picking Keyshawn to win. It's not again. He can't. He got to be careful trading with Edwin De Los Santos. But I think off a 2-year layoff, the blood clots. It's still a victory that. You would put on the resume. He has a pretty decent resume for his age at this point. It'd be probably his best win, I would argue.
It would be at least the biggest threat.
Yeah. I mean, do y'all think it's an issue if he goes distance and gets a win, or does he?
No, I don't. That's my prediction.
I won't hold that against him. But is how he goes the difference. If it's 115, 113,
and it's a hard fight. If he's running from Del Santos,
if he's pulling the running and shit, yeah.
But if you whoop his ass and this shit look like Vernon Forrest, Carlos Baldomir, or some shit, then yeah.
I think Keyshawn will be cautious maybe the first couple rounds just because, but I think he'll figure it out. I think Bomac and Bomac and his team.
Let's get this word cautious out of boxing because these motherfuckers get cautious and they turn pussy.
Yeah.
Cautious don't mean pussy.
Fair.
Let's erase cautious with awareness.
Yeah, awareness somewhere. But
if he fights with awareness early, then yes, he might have it might spiral out into a great performance. But let's get this because you say be cautious, and these niggas be like, oh fuck that. They start hiding behind buildings and running behind the ref. Nah, stop. Y'all abuse cautious.
I'll say Keyshawn between 7 and 9, but to give him round, I'll just say round 7. He'll stop him in round 7.
Oh, you just had to be different from Kingpin and Shutter, nigga. That's all.
Be a little different.
Well, Rome, what about you? What's your prediction?
I got De Los Santos by decision.
No.
Oh, god damn.
Fuck it, nigga.
You know, after this Resendez
We
fight,
going
I
for
don't
that.
know, bro.
We going for that tank fight. Fuck that, nigga.
Well, listen. So I mean, so basically, let me just read off the odds for this fight so far. So money line, Keyshawn is a minus 950 favorite.
Oh hell no! Never mind.
And Del
What you was signing up for?
and then Del
Yeah,
Santos is a plus
damn.
540 underdog.
Nigga, that's like betting on Messi versus me in soccer, nigga. Like, yeah.
No, but wait. Time out. Y'all gotta remember, Caleb Plant was minus 2,300.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Dude, that's what we. Nigga, you think we're gonna talk about a nigga like that and he don't be favored that much? Like,
Yeah, no, it was negative. It was 2,500. 25.
yeah, dude, 2,500. Dude,
Yeah,
look,
Oh,
Yeah, it
dude,
was,
just to
like-
put in perspective, and I had to say this to my sister. I was like, look, in a way, be like minus 2,500, minus 5,000, whatever, and he's fighting legit world champion contender niggas.
right. I don't even think he get that high to the fight live, and he up on 2 rounds.
and the
Like,
wild
damn.
thing was, Charlo and Cornflake had closer odds than that fight, which was wild.
Yeah. Like, they was all over the place for that last weekend for odds. Like,
Yeah, let's see. For Keyshawn, decision is minus 130. A Keyshawn KO is plus 170. Draw is plus 1,900. De Los Santos points decision is plus 1,100. And De Los Santos KO is plus 800.
So what? Y'all see decision? Y'all see Keyshawn getting him out of there though? I think y'all want. him to
I
take
picked a
that.
decision.
I picked a knockout.
You said 8 rounds. I thought y'all said 8
8
rounds, 7 rounds.
Yeah, I said 8 rounds. King P agreed, and Pilot said 7.
And what's the knockout plus 170? Nigga, hell nah.
Well,
No, I think it's good because those odds kind of show you that they believe he could knock him out too.
But them odds also show like if you want to bet the favorite, go ahead. But De Los Santos is dangerous. What's De Los Santos knockout and decision odds?
Yeah, decision is plus 1,100. KO is plus 800.
See, I feel like the KO needed to be like
Plus 6,000 or some shit.
nah. I think the KO is too high. Like, I feel like they don't even think Santos could clip him. If they thought Santos could clip him, the KO would be like plus 500 or plus 300 type shit.
Yeah.
Like, when you got it at 800, I don't think you think this nigga could clip him.
I mean, I say the group round bettings.
That might be the better way to go.
I mean, for if you do a 7-8 prediction for Keyshawn, 7-9, it's plus 600 for a group round betting.
Yeah, see, that's where you're gonna make
But
the bread at.
If you look at it in Vegas odds, Vegas see it as Keyshawn winning by a landslide in the cards. That's pretty much what they're saying.
Yeah, but they said, but with 175 KO, that means that they also see like, hey, Keyshawn might stop him late too.
But Edwin's coming back from a layoff, correct?
Yeah.
2-year layoff, and supposedly he had blood clots. Too.
That's why they got it like that, because they're like,
Because if they didn't think
like,
Keyshawn could knock him out, they'd have him plus 500 for the KO.
Mm-hmm.
But they feel like Keyshawn could get him out of there.
See, I wish I could have known the odds before, like the
I mean, because if
injury
you think
and
about it,
shit.
Keyshawn
Like,
coming off back-to-back knockouts, and I don't want people trying to downplay the Lemos fight. People were playing up the Lemos as being overweight is going to be dangerous, and Keyshawn got him out. I know he looked a little sloppy and shit, but he did get him out of there when it was,
Well, Lemos is dangerous. Let's not say that.
Lemos is dangerous.
because the same niggas that were saying it
Might be more dangerous than Santos, if you want to be honest.
They were worried about Keyshawn Lemos after. He's like, oh, he was out of shape and he was swinging wild. You were worried up until the bell rang. Fuck out of here. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's one of those 2020 hindsight shit. Because Lemos fought sloppy, but that's not Davis' fault. Like, nigga, you bigger than me, motherfucker. Like, if you fight sloppy, that's your fault.
Major, like he was like he blew up weight 13, like over 10 pounds or some shit.
Yeah, like at that point, fighting sloppy is the least of your worries. When you blew up 13 pounds, nigga. Like, the fuck? Like, you worried about being sloppy?
Yeah, though. Yeah, that shit was crazy though. But at least Lemos though, he got punished for which was the great thing because he needed that punishment. Like that's some real shit, because he was bullshitting.
Just because the boxing guys fucked you over with the Hitchens fight, don't mean you just go all the way on the extreme with the weight shit, bro. Like you don't play the game like that.
But y'all gotta remember, back-to-back knockouts don't mean shit. Because remember, every time you get in the ring, you find somebody new. So that back-to-back, it's not like you find the same nigga.
Him being active, kind of.
No,
I feel like Keyshawn found his rhythm. I don't know how to. He found like his lane. I don't know, because
it does mean something a little bit. Like Paul is saying, like it's momentum, and it looks like Keyshawn kind of found his lane, like his groove. Like he knows what his style is now. Like he's in between like boxer, like he was in between boxer and puncher, but now he realized, hey, I'm a boxer puncher.
Yeah.
I think he kind of knows. So yeah,
like when he was like coming up a little bit against Albright, who has a tough fight with his brother in this card, I just feel like he was like trying to imitate Bud too much. Like I just feel like he was in a bad impression of Crawford, because he was in the camp with Crawford, But I feel like now he found his own style. I don't know. But,
yeah, like he was trying to be the worst version of Crawford and Shakur, and now it's like he's a better version of that best shit that they do. Like
yeah.
So that it's like he had to, like sometimes you have to find yourself, but you have to find yourself against quality ops.
Yeah, and then this is where Top Rank shines. Like Top Rank, they accelerated his matchmaking, and that's what. And this is what happens. And he had 13 fights or whatever, and basically he matured fast as a fighter. He didn't have to go through like 2, 3, like 5 years of bullshit ass fights.
Didn't have to.
Y'all think he's fully matured
like training wheels? I'm sorry.
Y'all think he's fully matured and he's ready to go? Like top.
Dude, I've been saying he's like. If I'm saying that you're ready for a Tank fight, then yeah, like he's there now. Like I don't think there's more. I mean, you could always improve and look sharper, yeah, but I don't think there's a big gap or improvement he has to make where he needs to get ready.
I don't think 13 fights, regardless of who you fight, is a great enough body of work to be like, all right, nigga, you get the top dog. Am I right? Because there's been plenty of niggas that y'all seen that's 10-0, whatever, and them niggas end up being garbage wastemen.
Or they make Crawford go 12 rounds.
Or you got Lomachenko who won a belt in his third fight.
It could go either. That's the thing. With talent, it could go either way. Like. Okay, for instance, you said with the low output fight, Keyshawn Davis is a better, more complete fighter than Madrimov, who 10 fights and he pushed Crawford to the limit.
It's true.
So it's like it all depends, but it's like I don't think Madrimov was developed better than Keyshawn Davis. Like Keyshawn, like it just, I don't know. It seemed like this is time. Like it could be his year.
It depends. It depends on what you consider developed. Like if you think that, you probably think that Keyshawn is a total package. That's why you're like, yo, this nigga's ready to go. Send him out there.
Yeah,
well, he is close enough to the total package. Like I think Inoue is the fucking total package, like 100% total. But Keyshawn Davis is somebody who's close enough to it where it's like, hey, if you really the shit, nigga, go and get these fights off. Go and do you now. Like,
yeah, because like I said, because the longer this fight with Tank holds up, the more experience that Keyshawn gets. He's gonna be more dangerous to Tank. So this is
and to anybody else too.
Yeah. So this is where they basically have to, like, I mean, I'd say if like he's the goods now. Like, I mean, obviously after this fight, like if he gets rid of De Los Santos, then most likely not that he's most likely ready for fighting whoever the rest of the champions in the division. Especially Tank is one of them. So it's like, yeah. So better sooner than later. Like I said, the longer it waits, Tank is going to decline. He's going to decline, and Keyshawn is not. Like Keyshawn has, is still
Tank not fighting threats like that. Like Tank will fight good names, but good names and threats are two different things. Like good names keep you composed, threats keep you sharp. And Tank don't need to be composed anymore. Like we know who he is. So fight the threats to keep you sharp. and Davis is low key fighting the threats. Like even the Baranchek, I don't think Baranchek was a threat like that. That was one of the good names, but Santos is a threat. Lemos was a threat.
Mm-hmm.
Like Frank Martin is more of a good name than a threat. It's more, he's still a threat, but more he go more into the good name lane. Roach goes more into the good name lane more so than threat.
Yeah, and then
So
speaking of,
yeah,
and speaking of threats too, like the co-main too also has again someone who's also now getting his matchmaking accelerated, and he's fighting someone who is an absolute threat to him. Of course, we're talking about Abdullah Mason, and he's fighting Jeremiah Nakatia. Now Nakatia also fought Shakur, and and Shakur, this is where Shakur had his first as a
He had to
pro.
apologize on Twitter and shit.
Yeah, he had to apologize because
17 times.
Yeah, because although he knocked down Nakatia's power was a little bit too much. He didn't want to feel any parts of that power from Nakatia. So so Shakur had a very negative performance. Not as negative as the Del Santos fight, but it was negative enough where he had to apologize for it. Because it wasn't a good look for him. But Nakatia though, he's been KO'd before. He's been KO'd early by different fighters, but he has a lot of power. He's someone you cannot take lightly, because if you do, you're gonna end up. I mean, he has 22 KOs in 26 fights. He's
kind of washed, but I'm picking Abdullah to KO him. But again, he does pose a threat because he has power. So
I mean, let's put it this way: Shakur. I mean, obviously his best, Nakatia's best win was beating the living fuck out of Miguel Berchelt. Like he beat the living shit out of him, But then he's also has, he has KO losses to Murataya and then Tito Mercado and all of them. So like like I said, you can catch him early, but the thing is you have to catch him early. You can't be letting him go the distance because he punches way too hard.
He's a little too. I mean, he's a little basic for Abdullah. But again, we saw a fucking 95 featherweight rank drop him twice, so you never know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, again, it was a Dominican fighter. He dropped who knocked, who was able to time Abdullah Mason and knock him down twice. So and he, like I said, and Abdullah has 18 fights now, so it's it's a significant step up for him. So he has to take Nakatia seriously. But I'm with you though. I do think he can get him up out of there. But I said, he's going to be a threat until he does.
Yeah, he will. Yeah.
Well, Pi, what do you think? What about prediction? What do you have for a prediction for that one?
For this one, how many is it? 8 or 10, or is it? It's not.
It's a 10 rounder.
Yeah, I think Abdullah shouldn't get him out of there. I think was it Muratalla and Turtle Mercado knocked them out in 2 rounds each, respectively.
2 times. Yeah, 2 rounds.
The Muratalla was a little suspect, but whatever. Either way, I think Abdullah should get him out of there probably in 5 rounds. Let's say 4 or 5. Yeah.
Word. What about you, LB?
I think Mason. This might go the distance.
Do you think
it's a short fight? But I got Abdullah in the first 4.
I feel like Abdullah has the pedigree for dude and the power, but Nakatia is tough.
And then Mason has some slight defensive.
Mason just turned 20. He's still a young ass nigga though. You know what I'm saying? He just turned 30.
I don't think the grown man strength hasn't kicked in yet. The Nakatani, he's tough, he's game. And it's not like Mason has the best defense, and then he runs around, he moves a lot, so he'll be there to get hit. I feel like this could be a good little firefight too. But I say Mason by decision.
Yeah, I have Mason probably by round 5 too, but but for some reason I definitely think that both guys are gonna touch the canvas for some reason.
Yeah. I think we're gonna end up getting a fight. I could see a stoppage in this fight. And I could see a shootout type stoppage, but I also could see a back and forth, good high speed chess match for 10 rounds or however long this fight is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, but like I said, though, it's the type of fight that you need because I mean, obviously, Mason's probably like the best prospect in the sport today, like right now, currently. So, like, I mean, I know Top Rank is definitely because Top Rank used to bury him on the prelim versions until they realized, oh, I mean, this kid got something. So,
No,
yeah.
but you know, they realized that because once they had all those meetings with ESPN and shit, ESPN looking at it like, so damn, where's all these black stars that y'all hyping up? Like, who's the next so and so? And they looking around, they ain't got nobody, and it's like, hey, these niggas been on the cusp for so long. Like, promote them, put them up there, like, and the real talk of Mason and Davis and all them niggas is what keep top ranked talent afloat.
That's also true.
So it's like, you know, why would I sign to y'all if I see y'all got niggas that's like that and that y'all not even trying to fast track the stardom? Like stop. Y'all will fast track a nigga who trash into stardom because he sell tickets. Y'all have goddamn John Duddy sold out arenas and Joe Messi and all of that shit.
Right.
Put that fucking promotional firepower behind goddamn Keyshawn Davis and Abdullah Mason.
Yeah.
Let some niggas get that money. Give Tiafimo a bigger reason to get angry.
Facts.
Like, cause if he, and I know he's racist as fuck, cause when he sees, oh man, the blacks, they promote the blacks more, and I'm looking at it like, I don't think they really promote them more or better. It's just they kind of see that they got the momentum and these niggas ain't fucking up, so they kind of just, you know, they building them, but you know, promoting like these niggas is out like they cutting out Baumgartner promos like MVP be doing.
Facts. Yeah.
Like, so that's why I'm just like, that's why McTeal look bad because he's speaking about shit, and I'm just like, nah, nigga, they was on your dick too when you was on point.
Yeah, then when you start fucking up, then
you start fucking up, it's over.
Yeah. Now they don't have like they only have the money line odds for Mason Nakatiya. So Mason is a minus 2,000 favorite. Nakatiya is a plus 730 underdog. And the other odds will probably come out later this week or whatever though. But because I just looked for FanDuel and DraftKings, you know. But yeah, like I said, I mean Mason should clear this hurdle, you know, whether by KO or decision or whatever. But yeah,
I think we're gonna get a KO. Or like if the Mason fight has a KO, we might get a decision for Davis. But if the Mason fight goes to decision, we gonna get a KO from Davis. That's how it be sometimes too, which is crazy. Because I don't see both fights going to decision. One of these niggas gonna say, "Nah, I want the damn highlight treatment this weekend. Like this, I want to get the highlight buzz."
Facts. But yeah, you know, but I mean, there's some other interesting fights in there. Like Pilot said before, Kelvin Davis, the brother Keyshawn Davis, is fighting Nahir Albright, who pretty much gave Keyshawn Davis his hardest fight. And originally he beat him barely, but then Keyshawn popped dirty for the weed and got turned into a no contest. So it's like
no. I also want to mention real quick another fight on there, but my bad. Go ahead, my fault. Go ahead.
Yeah, and also Troy Tiger Johnson facing Boca Chica, which is also a good fight too. Because
that's the fight I was kind of, you know, but I feel like I've been missing because I'm like, okay, these fights are getting hype, but always welterweight it ends up being trash. But I'm hoping I'm liking this fight because Boca Chica's the one that dropped Norman bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was the one that should have beat Norman, but you know, Norton kind of played some shenanigans and saved his zero.
Yeah,
he was getting ready to lose that.
He got his monopoly. He got pardoned. No Trump.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So I know he's been in some tough fights. He had a little mini war with what's his name with Villa. So that's a good fight for Tiger. You know, welterweight fight. That'll be hopefully it's a good one.
Yeah. So like I mean, you know, Top Rank. I'll say this: Top Rank has been improving the quality of the cards because obviously, you know, they're coming to the end of their agreement with ESPN. You know, I think at the end of July. You know, so. We're waiting to see if ESPN will actually re-up, you know, or is that going to be the last boxing on linear television, which would be crazy to think about on some real shit. Because when I was at home this week, my pops asked me about it too, even though I showed him how to like use the zone and shit like that. And he was talking about how randomly that he came across the monster fight on Sunday because he didn't even know it was on Sunday. So and he was raving to me how great that fight was in the co-main and shit like that. And
this could be potentially the last of boxing on linear television for how long? Forever maybe. You never know.
I hope it's not forever, but yeah, it's gonna be honest, it's gonna be wild too, especially if you watch boxing for as long as we have, it's gonna be wild to see. Wow, it's not gonna be on regular TV anymore, but that's a whole different conversation on how that happened and why it went that way. But yeah, just to circle back to Chris Brandt's question, yes, Haney Teofimo, it's official for Saudi in August. Quick predictions. My prediction: Haney outboxes Teofimo. That's my quick prediction right now.
Yeah.
Pilot, what about you?
This is Pilot's prophecy. Ever since I've been on this show, I would say it's going to happen at welterweight. Supposedly it's going to happen at 145, whatever, same thing, welterweight. So it's a fight I've been waiting. Too bad it's not going to be for a
junior.
Too bad it's not going to be for a belt, whatever. But I think it's a great fight. I always thought Teo. To be honest, I always thought Teo. But I kind of with Pat. I think Haney could outbox him.
Wait, why wouldn't it be for a belt?
No, because it's going to be it's above the 140 limit, so it'll be like a 145. I think a catchweight of 144, 145. It can't be for Teo's belt, right? And Haney
he's a one.
So it's going to be a catchweight fight on the same night as Tank Roach, which is kind of then again it's going to be different time zones because it's in Saudi, right? But
yeah, so it's gonna be an afternoon fight, which is
afternoon. But
so it's just gonna be one of them long ass days of boxing where I just have to clear my schedule.
It's clear your schedule for August 16th or whatever that day.
Yeah. What about you, LB? What's your quick prediction?
Hold on, what are we talking about again? Like my mind just went out.
Quick Haney Teo prediction.
Damn, this is the one fight I don't even want to speak on. But like Teo so far, bro, like Haney just ain't look right that last fight. Like if you don't fight with confidence, I can't have confidence in you. So I would have to just pick Teo so far. I don't know why this would be on the same day as the goddamn Tank Roach 2.
But but there's no crossing of time. They're at least at different times. So once
still, bro, like I'm like look, man, like niggas gotta stop having all these significant fights the same day unless they're in the same arena and promoted properly. Like
they're not on the same card?
No.
Nigga, I'm thinking
one's gonna be in some fucking desert on the other side of the world.
I'm thinking it's some super cards.
I'm sure the card will be, pretty stacked enough. You know what I'm saying? But it's just,
in Saudi fucking Arabia, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, it's
you can stack a bunch of Pringles cans over there, nigga. It is a stacked card. You wouldn't even know the difference because who's gonna be there to see it? Fucking camels and wildlife, random niggas.
Right, who's pulling up on that?
Yeah, niggas pulling up in goddamn box Chevy camels and shit. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
and that's not gonna because really, what's gonna happen is Haney and Teo are just gonna talk about Tank and Roach all week and use Tank name to fucking promote their fight. Because it's not gonna get the attention it needs because it's gonna be with the whole Riyadh season bullshit.
He'll sprinkle some racism in there.
Yeah, definitely. Gotta sprinkle some racism in there. Nigga this, nigga that a few times.
Might wear a Klan hat or something. That nigga might do something.
And then Haney's dad, Bill gonna say some gangster shit. He's gonna piss off fans or do something, or he's gonna act like Haney's last fight was against a prime Joe Frazier and da. So that's gonna rub people the wrong way. So yeah, they got a lot to do. But I'm just saying, a fight like that needs its own weekend.
So real quick, I want to mention it looks like right now as it stands, the fight's at 144.5 catch weight. What the fuck?
Jesus, tap dancing Christ, yo! Like my apologies, Lord, but why? Just fucking welterweight. Like Jesus. Oh my! I'm about to say like, oh my, that's a new word. Like, fuck. Like, why can't I just go to welterweight? Shit. What is this? 143.5, 144.5, 145. Like, this is like Canelo with the Chavez fight. You fucking bitched him on about having to go to middleweight, and then you fight a nigga at 166.5 before you go back and fight a nigga that we've been begging for you to fight at 160.
Niggas be on some bullshit with that, with these catchweights sometimes.
Yeah, bullshit. Like, and niggas, I think niggas need to apologize to Pacquiao about this shit. Because these niggas, like, a big motherfucker, like Pacquiao was a motherfucker coming up from goddamn flyweight and shit, doing that against niggas who was already, like the Claudio fight in the Cotto fight, really. like the niggas always bitch and moan about the goddamn Pacquiao Cotto fight, but I'm like, didn't Cotto just weigh 145 like the fight before? And Pacquiao people see this and like, well, fuck it. If you weighing in at 145 when you really could weigh in at 147, then shit, make our fight 145. Niggas bitched and moaned. But now you got niggas 144.5. Like, oh my god, y'all got it. Y'all won.
Yeah, that shit is crazy. But Rome, what about you? Your quick prediction.
And I hate everything T.O. does, nigga. And I'm always rooting against that nigga.
Somebody said, somebody was like, the first black motherfucker this guy's fighting in this race is gonna win.
That's what I'm like, bro. Like, look, this is the thing. Like, honestly, if I was Devin Haney, I would have stayed away from this fight. Like, you keep giving energy and time and attention to like the worst fucking people, bro. Like you hate yourself at this point. Like, stop fighting all these goddamn villains that people can't like. At least Ryan Garcia, he's more likable. But Ryan, like, but nobody likes Tio. Like, Tio is not gonna. Ryan Garcia at least keep Haney's name out there. Like, he's likable for whatever fucking reason, but he's engaging. I get it. But with Tio, bro, there's nothing redeemable about Tio at all. Like, racists don't even fuck with him like that. So it's like, who, like, if you don't, it's just, man, like, everybody. This is going to be the least bet on fight of all time. This is going to be the most nail-biting fight ever. Black people going to suffer heart attacks throughout the fight. Niggas going to be clutching their pearls and purses every fucking time a hard punch is landed. Like niggas, like, this is a bad fight for Haney, man. Like,
but, wow. Yeah, like I said, I mean, we'll see how it goes, though. But, yeah, like, I mean, I'm not expecting any fireworks just based on the last performances. Now, if it happens, shit, great, But yeah. I'll just have to wait to see if it will deliver in the ring.
It's two of the niggas that I bet against last time. I bet against both of these niggas. I wanted both of them niggas to lose their last fight. I knew Haney was gonna win, but I wanted him to lose. You know what I'm saying?
You gonna get this fight.
And then these niggas going head to head for a battle of the trash. Like, come on, dog.
Like, I'm more trashy. No, I am. Like, no, I piss off more fans. No, my dad does.
It's like who you want? The soft school kid that's, running around with his dad talking shit, or the fucking Mexican racist? Like, which one? Like,
running around with his dad saying racist.
Yeah, right. Running around. Burning crosses on your lawn and shit. Like, come on now. You're fucking Spanish. Like, chill out.
Nah, yo, these niggas is on some South Park shit. They not really burning crosses. They think they're just burning lowercase letter T.
Right. Put a banana in your mailbox. Some dumb shit. Like, niggas, this is fucking.
No, we just wanted the ants that are outside in the mailbox to be fair.
If you're gonna be racist, at least be clever. I'm just saying. Come on, like, you're corny with it.
Yeah, like the only thing worse than a racist is an unfunny racist.
No, it's funny because if you explain the shit to somebody that didn't see the video, it'll be like, yo, there was this one guy, he sent, a bundle of bananas to a guy's gym. You'll be like, that shit just funny to explain. It's just like, yo, what?
It's funny in a like, yo, what the fuck? Like, it's not like, oh shit, nigga, that's
It's like,
hilarious.
damn, nigga, I haven't even. This banana still come in bundles that big, nigga. Like, goddamn, what the fuck?
Yeah. Like the antics, like, and see, that's what I'm saying. Like, that fight has too many potential antics to share it with the press time of Tank Roach, which has its own antics now because it's a rematch. So it's like,
But Haney's not even a personality for these antics. So it's like he just gonna sit there with his cool ass shades on while he's saying all this shit. His dad gonna get most of the feedback. Like, come on now.
but it's still enough though. Like, it's still where it's too many personalities for one fight week that's not on the same card.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. And all these fights where y'all like building up these names and y'all having them in places where Americans can't watch it. It's just like, who are y'all catering to? Like Haney, like bro, you fought in New York in a goddamn place where in the Times Square where niggas couldn't really be there. Now you about to fight in the fucking goddamn Aladdin's hometown. Like, bro, like what are y'all doing? Do y'all not care about selling tickets anymore? You just gonna fight wherever niggas tell you to fight. You gonna fight in fucking Alcatraz next time. You gonna fight at goddamn JF the Kennedy Space Center next, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna fight in the deep blue sea with LL Cool J, nigga? Like,
right, these niggas got fucking. This is like fucking Def Jam Vendetta, fucking fucking maps, nigga. Like, yeah, where you trying to fight at, bro? Yo, let's go to the
Central Station.
Yeah, Central Station.
We're gonna fight in front of the Genos in Philly, nigga.
Like
nigga just go use random maps, nigga.
Like fucking Mortal Kombat battle stages. Like, these niggas just be fighting in a dungeon underground with fire all around them.
You know what? At least that'd be cool. If you're gonna do something like that, do some shit like that where it's like, oh wait, what? Like, but just if you're gonna go random and different, do that. Do some random different shit we've never seen where we can at least say, oh shit, this is completely out there. Don't do something that's out there that just doesn't sound like it'll even work. Like,
you know what it reminds me of? Yo, Pat, do you remember, like, I don't know, maybe I was young and I don't remember it well, but when WWE used to do the fucking like Veterans Day, the Army Day, they would go out to a base in the middle of the sand. I'm telling you, those were always
the aircraft carrier.
Yeah, those were always the worst fucking episodes, nigga. I will watch that shit because I love wrestling. But it's like, yo, nigga, nobody's really there except these niggas in uniform. Like, yo, can we get this shit back to SmackDown?
I only remember one of them being kind of lit. Was it the one with Lex Luger and Yokozuna?
Yeah, that was years ago.
I'm not that fucking old. I don't know who the fuck that is.
Nigga. Yeah, nigga, is that one? Like, I remember these because honestly, I didn't think they still did them up to that recently for this nigga Rome to remember them shits. I'm thinking, I'm going back to like 93, 92.
Remember, after 9/11, them niggas went back out there, nigga.
Oh, shit. See?
The niggas was back out there. So after 2001, when I was watching wrestling, nigga, them niggas always had them base episodes with them niggas in Iraq or some shit.
Yep.
Yeah, because I remember them happening, but sporadically years ago. Like, I just remember one of them with Yokozuna and Lex Luger, and I think it was one of the times where I think it was the first time somebody picked up Yokozuna, and it was a big deal because that nigga.
The Power Slam, right?
My point was those episodes was always like the camera didn't seem the same, like the crowd reaction. Yeah. It's like, nigga, get this shit back to the States, yo. We do it better.
I don't need to see Bam Bam Bigelow and Jake the Snake fighting on a goddamn aircraft
I don't
carrier.
know. Maybe because America be on fucking gladiator shit and we known for that. But I feel like we show combat better over here than anywhere else in the world. Like we show like nigga,
I agree.
we got seatbelt, we got car fights, nigga, on TV. Like I don't think they have
The
that
only
shit
niggas who could probably do some crazier shit is like Russians, because them niggas will fight on like a storage container lifted over a lake. Like I've seen this shit. And I'm like,
I mean,
damn
but
it.
if you see ECW, I don't think no Russia can fuck with fucking getting slammed on a fucking
Nah.
barbed wire covered table. Like, nah, nigga, they ain't fucking
You
with
give
that.
these niggas enough resources and vodka, and they'll come up with some shit. But like you, America's
that's
still number one.
That's what I'm saying. We cover combat the best, so it's
Yeah.
like why go overseas to sell our product over there? Even though there's a
With
market
our biggest
over there.
names.
It's a market over there, but our names are not getting recognized by our people. That way, our people don't care about the fights at all.
Yeah. And
'Cause
see,
they don't
that's
touch the
been my
people enough.
argument this whole time.
They don't touch the people enough.
And
Tank
if you do it on the
touches
same
people.
week
That's why
of
he's
Tank
the
and
main.
Rhodes,
Right. But I'm saying Tank touches the people. He's around.
Of
You can
course.
go to the club and see Tank. You
Yeah.
can go to a fight and see. You can go to a basketball game and see Tank. The rest of these niggas, you wouldn't know them if you were in line behind them in public, nigga. You wouldn't know who the fuck.
You'll notice Haney because of the jewelry
You'll see
and his dad talking shit. But
his
you're
pops will
right.
be right next to him talking shit to the cashier.
But you know what? The further your point, Tiafimo's that person where you wouldn't recognize, or he would be there, but you just so disgusted with him, you wouldn't even care. Remember, he ain't make the money these other niggas made where they can have all the jewelry and shit. You'll notice Tio because he's gonna do something corny to get noticed.
These niggas gotta touch the people. If they touch the people, they'll be more recognizable figures. But you can't touch the people because in Saudi Arabia, they just look at y'all niggas as, oh, these actors are coming to fight today. Oh,
actors are coming to fight.
Like
Haney's is starting the Jorge Linares film, the Ryan Garcia film, the JoJo Diaz story. Like,
right.
These niggas looking at it like they're episodes of Netflix series.
Oh, man. You niggas are fool. But one thing I say before we get out of here because it's getting late. Definitely, I mean, there's another fight on there. Nakatani versus Nishida on Sunday. If you want to go watch if you get your fix of Japanese boxing, it's a unification. It's a big fight. It's a unification of the bantamweight titles. Fully recommend it because Japan, like one thing that Top Rank does extremely well is the Japanese fights. Like for whatever reason, them shits be hitting.
They do them so well because they leave them in Japan.
Junto has a fucking unification. There's so much. There's so much boxing this weekend, bro.
No, I take back my take because I forgot Japan. They be doing it raw over there. But they got good cameras and shit over there, nigga. I don't know.
Like America's always number one, but there's other countries that still have good presentation too.
Japan does very well with the presentation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I even watch the ping pong events, all that shit, because they do very well with the presentation and the commentary. Like
them niggas made sumo exciting. Like them niggas could do anything. Like
well, like I said,
niggas can make an anime about goddamn picking flowers, and you'll be like, the fuck, like these niggas just make anything exciting in presentation. Like,
but
sushi peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Like what? Like, ugh. Like that sounds disgusting but interesting at the same time.
Facts though. But that should be a good fight. And like I said, who knows? That might be a fight of the year on paper. So just make sure it's on. Yep, it's June 8th. And it is actually I don't think they have a time yet. They didn't put out a time yet, but definitely I say it's definitely worth it to actually watch it. So make sure you do. It'll probably be in the morning, Sunday morning.
So make sure you're up, pretty much, nigga.
I mean, there's like fucking. I just want to mention, there's like Wardley's fighting Hooney in a heavyweight fight. Like, there's a pro box card. There's fucking another UK card. There's just a lot of fucking.
Fuck yeah! There is a pro box card that was it Poulin? What's his name? Paldo. Yes, yeah. Paldo's fighting on pro box. What this weekend? This Saturday, right?
Yep,
Yeah, I
it's
think it's
Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah.
This is a lot
Man,
of
I
fucking
remembered
money.
his fight more than the goddamn Keyshawn Davis fight. Like, yeah, nah, goddamn, my sister was telling me about the fucking pulled in because she met him before. Like, she got one of his t-shirts.
Okay.
Like she met him when like he was on the up and up, and now he's like there. Now he's getting on TV, and so yeah, quality fighter. But yeah, Pilot right. There's a lot of fucking boxing on. I thought last week was like a B-, B+. Excuse me. This weekend you might have like an A.
Yeah.
A level effort of boxing. And last weekend was quality was too, but this weekend, yeah, we might have it better, folks. So yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, like I said, I mean, who knows? We might. There's a good chance we might see an upset of the year. There's a good chance we might see a fight of the year, a KO of the year, depending on these different cards, though. But yeah, it should be a really good A level, boxing weekend, which we're overdue for.
Definitely overdue. Before because I just saw the tweet and it made me remember someone else. I don't want to get some RIPs out the way.
Yeah,
a lot of niggas been dying. Oh my god, like jeez.
Yeah.
First of all, RIP Mike McCullum.
To the body snatcher, the legendary body snatcher.
Fucking body snatcher, one of the greatest boxers of all time. There's good technical skills, good effort.
Yeah, let's put it this way. Just like a couple weeks ago, I was talking about, there was a video posted on there where it was McCallum and Tony, the first fight, where they showed them missing. They're both showing, defense and offense being in sync, and neither of them hitting each other with, being able to hit each other with shots like that. And I'm like,
counters after counters after counters.
Like they were thinking 5, 6, 7 steps ahead. And I said that type of boxing does not exist in there, which led to some hilarious exchanges on there. People telling me Tank and Roach was not the same level, and I had to give a lot of big nigga please.
And hold on, this was fast level. This wasn't like when niggas be setting up traps or doing stuff and it's like 1-2s or it's
right.
Boom, bow. These niggas were at a pace where they were throwing 5, 6, 7 punches. Yeah, and to wham, wham, boom, boom, and then at that level, you're getting on some fucking Jackie Chan, Donnie Yen fight choreography type shit.
Fuck that. That's some Liu Kang shit right there.
Yeah, niggas just boom, 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 boom. So to see niggas fight on that level, of course, me and Pat gonna be on some these niggas ain't shit. When we see a fraction of that showcase right now, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Shout outs to his family and his friends. Yeah, Mike McCullum was that dude.
Yeah, exactly. His fights with Tony, from 154 to 160. I'm just saying, he's a legendary fighter. I mean, you can't tell story boxing without mentioning McCullum.
Basically, he fought the fighters that people did not want to fight. That's why his who's who looks so crazy, And he never got KO'd. And really, I mean, I think Roy's probably the only one to actually put him down. I think he might have had one more knockdown, but Roy's the only one to actually put him down. And
Roy put him down like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah,
and some niggas still say Roy carried him that fight too.
I mean, Loki, I could see it too because Roy had respect for him. So did Tony. Tony says, McCallum was his toughest opponent, of all of them. He doesn't mince words. It's yeah, McCallum was the first person to make him think. And it showed, the fights really showed that. And
it's quick thinking. It's like speed chess type of thinking.
His Colin Bay fight
hitting the thing.
Anybody that's getting into boxing, watching boxing, you got to watch McCollum versus Colin Bay. You know what I'm saying? Those two fights were great chess match wars. It's just great boxing display. Both.
And of course, he's the first person to KO Julian Jackson. And he did it after getting rocked. So it's
because you don't see aggressive, high level, high skill boxing anymore. The only time you'll maybe see it is in the smaller divisions where guys they're gonna throw 70 punches or 60 punches, and you see counters and defense. But even then, you don't even see it like that now. So it's boxing. He boxed in an era where skills meant something.
Mm-hmm.
They always mean something, but they just meant more back then.
Yeah, but unfortunately for him, his biggest thing is he was so good that he fought in the era of the 4 kings, and they didn't want nothing to do with him because he was.
He came at the tail end of them. Like, look, bro,
some of them, not all, maybe Hagler, but not all. Only Hagler.
The only person he realistically could have fought was Hearns, if we being honest.
But then also he had a fight with Duran that was but then Stewart took the Duran fight away from him and gave it to Hearns. That was the
there you go.
And then like, what happened was,
let's not act like he was ducked by all four of them individually. Like, yeah, fuck.
No, but
then,
like
McCallum took revenge by beating two of Emmanuel Stewart's fighters back to back.
But I mean, him, Wilfred Benitez, Iron Barkley, they're kind of like around, but they weren't,
Well, Barkley got one of them, so
I know, Barkley, he always had Hearns' number. I'm just saying, but it's like they're
Benitez tried,
Yeah,
Benitez was I mean, Benitez Sugar Leonard 22-21 flying for the welterweight glory. I missed, I wasn't around, but those days seemed like they were great.
Yeah, but McCallum,
that's a good ass fight though too.
But McCallum never got shot at any of them, so that's like that's. But like I said, he fought enough dangerous fighters and fighters that people didn't.
It's just McCallum fight. I think McCallum's more like his career timing was just bad. Like he emerged at a time where the Four Kings were established and they was trying to get bigger fights amongst themselves. So like it's like going to the basketball court and you trying to get downs, but it's like you're like 12 years old. It's like, but all the teenagers, all the adults out there, and they're like not even paying attention to your downs. That's what it almost kind of felt like. There maybe one nigga's like, all right, we'll let little man run with us type shit. But I think it's just bad timing, like more so than niggas ducking him. Although the Hearn Duran shit, Stewart,
I mean, they fought long enough where that's absolutely a possibility.
Like, but then it's like they were all fought each other when it almost no one cared either.
They were
kind of less significant.
They were kind of winding down, and Mike Tyson was kind of like the man, because the Four Kings held it down, but then Tyson kind of took the throne after, when they were kind of full, they were getting old.
And then heavyweights was like was popping too, so and just because Mike Tyson wrangling shit around and wrapping up the whole this is crazy tumultuous time. I also learned R.I.P. Leo Santa Cruz father. I heard he just passed.
Oh wow, I didn't even see that yet. Yeah, because I know he had bone cancer. Yeah,
like he finally got the best of him. So salute his family and Leo Santa Cruz father, used to see him there in the corner. Used to see him in the arena with Leo Santa Cruz. He always a big supporter of his son. So I know this is gonna be a big one. But shout out to Leo Santa Cruz. Hold your head. R.I.P. your father. And damn, the nigga who did John Redcorn's voice got murdered by his neighbor. Fuck.
Yeah, that shit was crazy when I read
hate
that.
Crime and shit too. I heard it in a reboot too. I heard it in a reboot of the show supposedly.
Yeah, it's like y'all murked this nigga at the worst time. Like shit.
That's not funny. Rest in peace, but yeah.
No, it's not funny, but it's just like
it's like the worst time.
Like, geez, like mother, y'all niggas is awful out here, bro. Charlo jab was so fast. Old boy couldn't. Yeah, Charlo jab is still good. Yo, shout out to Anthony Robertson. Salute. Kane Gashi, yeah, salute. Yeah. What up? And yeah, I know the Knicks lost, bro. Top Savage, man. Yeah, they had some karma coming to them, I guess. And the niggas was tired of Joey Badass freestyles, nigga. Like, maybe they said we're done. Like that's it. But yeah, it was crazy weekend of deaths and all types of. If there's somebody else I forgot, my bad. But but it seemed like I'm forgetting somebody. But those three names, like I just recall remembering. Leo Santa Cruz shit was just reported like an hour ago.
Right.
But damn, it feel like I'm missing somebody. But my bad if I did. But yeah. But salute everybody. Go Knicks. It was a great run. Like, I thought Knicks is one of the damn like the popular NBA teams that niggas want to see do good, but it's just you know, it's just been a while, so they finally did good and, you know, had a decent season, and, you know, niggas is happy, and I don't shit on nobody's joy, so, you know, shout outs to the Knicks. Maybe next time. King P ain't here to boost up the fucking Nets, so yeah, y'all could enjoy the Knicks' career for this, you know, their season. Go happy second. Like, this nigga with these video game anniversaries, though. They be killing me with this shit. Like, happy 1 month anniversary for Tekken 5 or something. But yeah, Charlo Jab was on point. Like, yeah. But damn, yeah, that's about it. Like, ain't nothing else to say.
Yeah, no, yeah.
It was a good show, guys. I fuck with it.
Yeah, so we should be back, you know, on Wednesday.
Yes, Wednesday. Yes. We no longer doing the Thursday shows. If we do Thursday, it's just because niggas are just going live randomly on some last minute whatever PCR shit. But we're gonna be back Wednesday. We're gonna do a soundtrack battle. New Jersey Drive and versus I'm About It soundtrack. So, you know, we got some more fire ones, but, you know, that's the one Pat decided on first. So we're gonna run with that. And we're gonna do like how we do the recent ones. We're gonna, you know, pick 4 or 5 songs from both albums and match them up against each other, and y'all can decide which soundtrack is better or what y'all would want to fuck with. But after this, we got some more soundtracks. Also gonna start doing labels, like, you know, maybe one person have State Property, the other nigga have Rough Rider, D Block, Cash Money versus No Limit, or Suave House versus these niggas, like whoever. But yeah, we're gonna start mixing it up like that. Boot Camp Click versus Wu-Tang, shit like that, just clicks, like, and we just take the best music from that group or label and match it against the best music from that label, and just keep it going, because we always fucked with the whole battle concept here at Ring Gang. And yeah, New Jersey Drive, the better movie. Hell yeah, definitely, nigga. Yeah.
That's a good.
It goes about saying, bro, like, No Limit. I'm About It was just okay. Them niggas got a movie, like, like. But the thing is, what made I'm About It like classic in a sense, it was like it was almost like an and one movie. It was like an and one mixtape. Like, it was hard to come around by. Like, you had to really look for them goddamn I'm About It tapes back in the day. Like, yeah, I'm About It definitely better soundtrack. Yeah, I agree on that too. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely looks out. I mean, I ran that soundtrack yesterday, so yeah, I'm definitely looking forward for that for Wednesday.
Yeah, you had to really be out so like, God damn, you got the About It soundtrack. All right, you got the About It movie, nigga. All right, let's watch that shit. Like, New Jersey Drive, at least it come on Cinemax sometimes. Like,
yeah,
so to something, but I'm About It was just so like, you had to really, the most hood nigga in your neighborhood had that tape. Better believe, like, yeah, the nigga serving you had that tape. The lady who had the storehouse had that tape. But that's how you saw that shit.
Your barber had that tape. Shout out to my barber.
The barber had the corner store had the tape.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, good shit. But yeah, y'all make sure y'all hit them likes up before we about to be out here. But when I check the videos later, I want them likes up, nigga. So yeah, shout out to Anthony Robinson on that. Y'all hit them likes.
Word though. So yeah, so for myself, you know, Pat Scorpio doing representative for LB Shuttleworth, the God of the Go artist. For King P Bodega P, who probably had to leave. For Conscious Pilot, for Rome Top 5. You know, this has been another wonderful episode of Real Talk, where, as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. So until next time, peace.
Peace.